Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Attack to Talk. I am your host and your cowboy for today, AJ. And joining me, of course, is my co-host, and I'll let her go ahead and explain what she is. But yeah, go ahead and welcome yourself.
Hey guys, I'm Lexi, as
up,
always.
Lexi?
But today, I'm not just Lexi.
She's not just Lex.
Today, I am also like the beast, not beast from Attack on Titan, but like the beast of Demon Slayer himself, Inosuke.
Eren Yeager himself.
You guys, look at this.
There it is, Inosuke.
No,
Yeah.
look at it.
Now, I may be putting you on the spot here, but do you think you can give us a little Inosuke laugh?
Oh gosh, that's so hard.
Yeah. Channel your inner Inosuke.
I literally just finished season 2 of Demon Slayer.
My name is Inosuke. Or I don't even know how he talks, but
It's Eren.
I know it's Eren, but
like,
he has a little extra grumpiness to it.
Yeah, it is like that. It's like, gosh, I have to think of a specific line.
Yeah. Put you on the spot, huh?
Can't think right now. Yeah.
Yeah. It's difficult to kind of like channel in like that,
That's
like
specific.
that laugh. Because
I can't even
it has
do
like
it.
it has like such like a chuckle to it.
It's almost like it kind of reminds me of a very specific Courage the Cowardly Dog laugh. It's very specific, and I can't just pull it out. I don't
Yeah.
have the voice for it right now.
Okay.
My allergies and all that.
Very cool. All right. Well, as you guys may be aware that we are recording on a Sunday night, which means it is Hallows Eve.
Yes.
So
Hallows Eve.
Hallows Eve. Hopefully you guys have had a good weekend. Maybe you guys went to some Halloween parties. Maybe you guys are at a Halloween party right now.
I know. Maybe that's what's
whatever the
going on.
case is, guys. Hope you guys have fun. Hope you guys are safe. Let us know what you guys are dressed up as. We would love to know. And yeah. So
We're not able to get chat from here, but looks like it's on there.
oh, really? That's super weird. Maybe if we get out of that, Lex, and refresh it.
Maybe try to restart it.
But we can see Kyron's chat over in our desktop here. So what's up, Kyron? What's up, my friend? We're trying to get a little bit of the technical difficulties out of the way here, but
be fine now.
Kyron, if you're dressing up, oh, here we go, coming in, Lovey. What's up, Lovey?
Hello, Lovey.
Let us know, friends. Let us know what you guys are dressing up as, or if what you guys have dressed up as. We'd love to know. Kyron's girlfriend, Steph. Hello to you back.
Hello, Steph.
Hello.
What's up?
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I would love to see what you guys dressed up as. This is actually my 4th costume.
Your fourth ones.
this
Tell us what
year.
the prior 3 were.
So the first one was currently at work and working tomorrow, so no dressing up for me.
Okay.
Sorry about that, Kyron.
Gotta make that bread. See.
Do your thing. So the first thing I dressed up as this year was me and my boyfriend were Sunny and Cher.
Okay.
And then for just like a quick, easy one, I was a vampire.
Yes. You said you dressed up as yourself, but you just had the
It was pretty much
the
like
vampire
what
thing,
I
right?
would normally wear if I was like going beyond. It was like it was interesting,
Uh-huh.
but I added fangs.
Okay.
And then I was then me and my boyfriend were Avatar. We were Jake and Natiri from Avatar, which came out beautifully, and we're gonna be them again tomorrow. It came
Awesome.
out beautiful. Check out
A
my
lot of
Instagram
work,
if you
I'm
guys want to
guessing,
see
right?
that.
A lot of work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot. But now that I know what to do, it'll be easier.
Okay.
And I like made everything. If you guys want to see it, check out my Instagram.
Where we
And,
can find you at
Lexamundos.
Okay.
Lexamundos.
at Lexa Mundos. Go
And
check that out, guys.
then this one, which is Inosuke. It's my fourth one
Fourth
this
one.
year.
Interesting. Very cool. All right. Well, maybe next year you'll break that record.
I know. God,
Go for a 5th next year, right?
I don't know if I want to do this many parties next year. This is way too much socializing.
Yeah. After Halloween, you're gonna kind of charge your social
Yes,
battery
I'm
for
gonna
a bit.
I'm gonna need to recharge for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously,
Okay,
as
yeah.
if you couldn't hear it.
Happens every podcast, I'm guessing now.
Gosh, it's just my allergies have gotten so bad this year.
Mm-hmm.
You take my Claritin.
Yeah, honestly, allergies not fun. Usually it's when there's a change in the weather and stuff, and the body has to like readjust and recalibrate, and then all of a sudden you're like, what is going on
Then
with
your
me?
body doesn't know what it's doing.
Yeah. It's just like, okay, why do I have
My mask
the sniffles?
over this.
Why do I just wear it out? Yeah. Regardless of Halloween or not.
Yeah, just out.
Yeah. I like it. All right, guys. Well, thank you again for joining us for this episode, this Hallow's Eve episode. And today's episode, we'll be focusing on Season 2, Episode 9, opening. And this will be part 2 of our breakdown and discussions. Of course, guys, you guys are aware, warning, that there may be spoiler talk in this episode. So quick little disclaimer there. And shall we get the poll results going?
Oh, yeah.
Can we talk about it?
I'm shedding. Anyway, we need to evacuate your room after this. Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Inosuke usually wouldn't care, but Lexi does. Lexi cares. So last week we asked you guys, do you believe Ymir is being clueless about her Titan? And the options are yes, she's learning on the fly, or no, she knows more than she lets on.
Okay. And this question was pretty much because we know that she is in the forest with Eren, and they are captured by Reina and Bertold. And she goes and she pretty much like, gives her little spiel to Reina that she doesn't necessarily know the ins and outs of how this works.
As I go.
Yeah. And so Ymir, I mean, she plays this coy kind of like demeanor a lot and stuff, so you never really know what you're getting with her. So it's kind of interesting. We're kind of curious to know what you guys thought. And yeah, so Kyron's chiming in saying no, she absolutely had past memories to guide her. Yes.
Do all Titans get past memories, or is it just the Attack Titan?
I think all the Titans do, because we know for a fact that Armin had Bertold's memories.
Yeah, that's
because
true.
he started crushing.
Yes, it is all Titans.
He started crushing on Annie.
Yeah.
And
out of nowhere. Wow, what happened?
Yeah, out of nowhere, courtesy of Birdie. And so I think it's safe to assume that if it's 2 Titans have the memories, right? Then yes, Kyron is also saying that we believe all the Titans do.
All Titans.
So I mean, I think that kind of, it makes sense. I think if that's going to be the common kind of thing. And Kyron's also chiming in saying that that all the Titans have the memories because they're all connected to the coordinate tree, or whatever that is.
Yeah, the paths or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah, that we saw in Season 4, right, with the founder Ymir.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, she's the one who's creating these pathways and all of these, like, weird. Are they memories? Is it all just like guided memories and stuff?
I think it's memories of future and past. Like, I think it's literally everything.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that the Titans, if you are a Titan user, you are going to have the previous Titan users' memories. And well, see, now the question is, does every Titan user have past and future memories?
Yeah.
Because we're not sure to the extent of where that all goes, right? But I would imagine.
I don't think every Titan has future memories.
Yeah.
I think future memories is only the Attack Titan.
Only the Attack Titan? Okay, because if that's the case, then you would think that, like, Zeke is aware of what's happening, right? He's not caught off guard, by Eren's, freaking chess moves that he's got.
Yeah.
And same thing with Reina. We know that Reina, he's really kind of thrown for a loop when a lot of things start happening. So I think that this is something that the Attack Titan has, because we know that Eren Kruger, he mentions Mikasa and Armin by name, but he has no idea who they are.
Yeah.
Unless maybe this is something that Eren only has, because for all we know, and here we get into some theory talk here, is that Eren having the ability to somehow go back, he's the one who planted that seed to Eren Kruger to save Armin and Mikasa.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't
Because
just
he
mean
says,
attack thing.
I don't know who they are. They're not from
Yeah.
my memories.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not like he saw them in his own, or I should say in his mind, in his own future memories.
Yeah.
That maybe this is something that, again, this is a seed that Eren planted. Because we find out later on that Eren is really orchestrating this entire thing. He is the puppet master. So
Yeah.
we don't know to the extent of how far back Eren went to ensure that everything went according to his plan. So maybe that all begins by ensuring that Eren Kruger is going to pass this Titan ability on to his father, knowing that his father is going to pass it along to him, knowing that from then on, Eren is going to be able to now become the monster that he is.
Whatever you want to describe him as now.
Yeah.
This all-powerful
So
thing.
I don't want to necessarily say that the Titans are able to have future memories, because that is such a big ability to have.
Yeah.
And if that is the case, then you think that all these Titan users
would have definitely like come up throughout the season.
Yeah. And I think that, like I mentioned, Zeke would have having future memories of who knows, that he would. Damn, my mind's spiraling right now, because I'm thinking the future memories goes as far as the Titan itself, right?
Yes.
So maybe the reason why the others don't have future memories is because those Titans won't exist anymore after them.
Maybe.
Maybe there won't be.
There aren't any memories. There aren't memories to have in the future.
Maybe Zeke's not having any kind of idea about the future because
there is
no future Beast Titan.
Well, because then would they not have memories of someone who would be reincarnated?
Is Eren going to make sure that the Titans is something that's still going to happen? He has that ability now
that's
to.
True. That's true. Then maybe
to prevent Titans from.
Yeah, they could all
being
have
a thing.
Future memories, and Eren's just.
Because we find out in season 4 that Eren has he's holding all the cards right now. As soon as he is able to now get that exchange with the founder Ymir, and he now holds that ability.
Yes.
Right? That it's almost like he has the free reign to control. I don't want to say his own destiny, because I don't think things are going to end very well.
Put in a really bad situation, which is why he's doing the things he's doing.
Yeah. But it seems like Eren is we know that he's going to the extent of mass genocide.
Yes.
Right? And then for all we know, maybe it's going to come down to Eren ensuring that the Titans are no longer a thing, so that they don't corrupt people with that power and that ability, right? And they also don't wreak havoc on future people, because we know that the impact that it had on him, right? And this is all just me spitballing. This is all just me. I have no idea how this is going to play out. I haven't read the manga or anything and stuff. I'm just watching this as it's available to me. I did not want to hear any spoilers or any of that stuff.
Yeah, don't tell us.
But
let us theorize.
Just thinking about it, maybe the reason why there aren't future memories to have from these current Titan holders is because they no longer exist after them. And that's kind of like, wow, if that is the case, then
that would make sense.
Yeah. That's kind of wild. But anyways, so going back to the question here, because we completely derailed from the question.
That's just what happens when we go over polls.
But Ymir, again, she's either playing the part of acting clueless, or she really doesn't know the extent of how to go about this Titan thing, and she just kind of was going along with it and stuff. But again, as we talked about it last episode, really, you're going to act like you don't know when you literally transformed into a Titan in a critical moment. You saved your friends.
Planned.
You're able to go ahead and literally speak as a Titan and stuff. You have full control. And I don't know. But Captain Boggy, who's joining us here. What's up, Captain Boggy? Captain Boggy is also chiming in saying that I think Eren is the exception. He's the only one, the attack Titan, that can know the past, present, and future. And I think that would make sense too, because that's just main character syndrome right there.
That's what it is.
You know, like that's just how it is. Because again, another person that I think that if they had future memories, like being a Titan user, is Armin. And if Armin had any no in the future, then Armin's going to ensure that.
Oh yeah.
That
he would have taken every step.
This doesn't happen. What currently is happening, you know? Because how many times has he been Aaron's conscience?
Yeah, true.
You know, plenty of times. So if he was aware of what Aaron's going to try to do, then I think it's safe to say that Armin would try to do the best that he could to prevent all of this from happening. So Captain Boggy, that's a great point there, and I think that Aaron probably is the exception because we know that Aaron not only is the attack Titan, but he also became the founding Titan, right? He became like it is the founding Titan, right?
Yeah.
That the race family held for so long.
Yeah.
So, sorry about the quick rant, Lex. Go ahead. I'll throw it back to you.
I really like your ideas.
Yeah, it's crazy how the mind was just working right there, but I'll throw it back to you, Lex, so you can go ahead and tell us the poll results.
So, still with the same two options. Yes, she's learning on the fly, or no, she knows more than she lets on. And the question, do you believe Ymir's being clueless about her Titan? So starting with the lowest, at 38%,
okay,
is yes, she's learning on the fly. With 62% is no, she knows more than she lets on.
Okay. And
yeah,
I think that, I mean, if we would have put money on which one we thought, I think it's safe to say that it'd be no.
Yeah. I mean, I voted for no, she knows more than she lets
You voted for yes and no?
Yeah, I voted for no. Yeah.
No. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Sorry, that's the Southern California in me.
Yeah, no. She
no.
The thing with Ymir is that she does come across as very sarcastic and very condescending and stuff, you know, and she like pokes fun and stuff, you know, she puts on the act. She's done it before, you know, and we're actually going to find on this episode that like her, you know, she's been pretending to be something that, you know, she necessarily isn't, or she's been hiding something, right? But we're also going to find out from another character that maybe putting on an act can be really detrimental to your health. So I think you guys can guess who it is we're going to be talking about in this episode. Yeah. But don't go full method, okay? Do not go full method. Yeah,
maybe not a good idea. Maybe.
But yeah, so our pal here is we're gonna find out a lot about this character's mindset as we get into, again, this breakdown of opening part 2. But yeah, Ymir, she puts on the act. So yeah, I'm not surprised by the results. But let's say playing devil's advocate, like, do you think that she possibly could be maybe speaking somewhat the truth?
Yeah.
Do you think?
I think that there is a point where like she is clueless that she doesn't know like why she's here, what her purpose is and everything. Like maybe she's trying to bring from there that's why. She definitely knows that she's a Titan and she knows how to use her Titan, but I don't think she understands like the purpose.
Yeah. You know what, Captain Boggy, thank you for this, because you know what, this is something that I think I may have. I think it's a moment that I wanted to forget because I hate Daz so much.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
But thank you so much for bringing this up. And Captain Boggy is saying that didn't Ymir use her Titan powers once before when she saved Daz in that blizzard? If that's true, then she had to have known beforehand that she's a Titan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And again, this just further proves that, I mean, the correct answer is in the poll results, no, that she is, that she knows more than she's putting on, right? Or that she's letting on.
She definitely does.
Because she has transformed into a Titan before and like had the understanding and had the, you know, the clear mindset of, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and save this fool who literally just, you know, he's holding us all back, right? But she does it because she understands that Krista is not going to let this dude just freeze to death, be alone, whatever and stuff, right? So, Captain Boggy, you are absolutely correct. And Ymir has used her powers before.
Yes.
And
like purposefully.
Who knows how many times she's used this ability? Because as we've talked about before, over at Utgard Castle, I mean, she had clear control. She looked like she knew exactly what she was doing and stuff, you know, and I don't know how many Titans who don't know what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
Know how to talk as Titans.
Yes.
You know?
Or know how to just like not.
Like the only ones I know that have like
she would have definitely eaten Daz or something.
Yeah. Like the ones that I know that have talked are, you know, obviously Zeke, you know, talking about Ymir. I know that Peak in her Titan form has talked.
Yeah.
I know that I think Porco has communicated, right? Or has Porco only communicated whenever you kind of like...
No, Porco can't communicate through his Titan. He has to like...
He has to go ahead and kind of like
come out
of the Nate and stuff. Okay, to communicate. All right. And then the only other one that I could think of at the moment right now would be the Titan that Hanji so desperately wants to see over in Raguko, which would be the Titan that is not... That's stuck, that isn't moving.
Yeah.
Which would be Connie's mother. And does that mean that Connie's mother is... She's hiding stuff?
I know. That means that she knows what she lets on. She's talking.
She's talking.
That's one of the key clues. She
like
is
when you're
talking.
actually thinking about it, you're like, wait a minute.
Connie's
Hold
mom.
On. Got some more questions here. No, she's just a victim of circumstances, unfortunately. Yeah, she's just wrong place in the wrong time. You know? I still think that was such...
allow a message?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I will allow this message. But yeah.
Okay.
But
so yeah, Connie's mom is she has past and future memory. No.
Yeah, she definitely has the memories of whatever. No, she's
more.
She's just a Titan.
But yeah, I'm not surprised by the way that the poll came out. Yeah, we have like what Boggy said. We have other evidence.
Yeah.
That Ymir has consciously been able to use her Titan abilities and purposefully. It's not like Aaron's second time using his and he like he lost control and everything. Like she's confident in the fact that she's not going to lose control. Like she's done it many times.
Yeah. And speaking about Connie's mother, it's very interesting too when we came to that realization that Connie's mother is the Titan that is in Raguko that is stuck, but Connie's father is a Titan that was over in Sasha's village eating I can't remember the character's name. What her name is, but eating her mother. Right.
Gosh, what's her name?
So that's such an interesting detail. That was like...
It was like, I'm glad that I know, but I'm also not glad that I know. Because I'm like, oh, that's interesting. What the heck? That's like... So, like, it's not like a crucial detail, but it's just like, it adds
It's kind of a staggering detail where you're like, oh my
but then it's
gosh.
Like, I kind of didn't want to know that because now it's sad.
Yeah, for sure. And then, you know, of course, Connie's siblings, Sonny and Bean.
Yeah, Sonny and, Conrad.
Yeah. But another example that Ymir likes to poke fun is that when Connie's trying to talk about the fact that what he saw, and then Ymir is just making fun of him. Say, are you saying your mother is a Titan?
Yeah.
Right? Why are you so tiny then? Yeah, and then...
Dang.
And Connie just, shut up!
I know. I know what I heard.
Yeah.
No, you're crazy.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for the results, Lex. Appreciate that. Shall we go ahead and do a quick recap?
Yeah.
We kind of already recapped a little bit of it, but in terms of what happened, Hanji, again, as we mentioned, wants to go to Raguko to go ahead and pretty much investigate and to learn more about this Titan that is stuck there in Raguko. I can't remember to the extent of what Hanji knows and what she's aware of, but we know that she is aware of that Titan in Raguko. But she's so badly damaged from the events that happened between Aaron's Attack Titan and Rhina's Armor Titan and the Colossal Titan saving Rhina.
Yeah.
That Hanji and a lot of other scouts are like, they're badly damaged. So Hanji's literally crawling. She's telling Mobilet, get me a horse.
Yeah.
And so Moblit being
feel it in her bones.
Moblit being the generous assistant that he is, he tells Hanji, "Fine, I'll go. You stay here. I'll go to Ragako to go ahead and investigate." Now, I figure that Hanji is a hands-on type person.
Yeah.
So I don't think she's going to be content with that, because I don't think all of her answers or questions are going to get answered. But still, admirable and kind that Moblit, who is a very loyal character,
Yeah.
Despite Hanji's recklessness,
Yes.
that
I think he
Moblit,
was a good fit.
yeah, he's going to go ahead and travel to Ragako and try to find out what the hell that's all about. Okay, so that means that Hanji's going to be alone over at the wall. She's going to be so bored. And who's going to watch her and babysit her, make sure she doesn't do anything stupid?
I know. Literally babysitter. Yeah, we need to babysit the... Well, at this time, she's not... Well, this point, she's section...
Yeah, section commander.
Yeah, we need to... My gosh.
Yeah, so, I mean, Hanji's going to do Hanji, and that's why we love her.
Yep, just Hanji doing Hanji things.
But then we find out that Hanji was correct in her theory that if they're going to hide somewhere, it's going to be in this forest. And so we see that they are. Reina, Bertold, Eren, and Ymir, they are in the forest, which we know that is way past Wall Maria, which is the first, most outer wall. Mm-hmm. So the events that took place was Trost, which was by Wall Rose. And so Reina, they made their way to a pretty far distance, which they think is a far and safe distance. Mm-hmm. We're going to find out in this episode that's not necessarily the case. But yeah, so they are in the forest. And I do want to say, Eddie, who is joining us now in chat. Hey, what's up, Eddie? Better late than ever, but hey, you're here, my friend, and thank you for joining us. But Eren has just woken up. Ymir, she had been awake for we don't know how long, but we know that prior to that she was in this comatose state because her body was trying to heal itself. She was badly damaged. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so we see that both of them are awake, both of them are alert. Eren looks down, realizes he's missing his arms from pretty much the elbow down. And while Ymir, she's still missing her right hand, and I believe it is her left foot.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're compromised right now. There's not much that they can do, which is something that Reina explains to them. And Reina doesn't really tell them a whole lot of details other than he's taking them to their homeland. And so I like what Eddie mentioned last episode, because one thing that Eren is he's struggling with, he's trying to understand, is that he can't be emotional. He has to keep his emotions in check. He has to gather as much information as possible. We do know that Reina and Bertold, they are going to wait until nightfall, right? Because there's Titans that are surrounding them. You have Titans that are, underneath, just waiting for one of them to fall off those giant branches, right? There's Titans that are surrounding them inside the forest. There's that shy Titan who is hiding behind the tree, who's just kind of like peeking. You guys,
the shy Titan.
You guys gonna fall? You guys, right? So there's not much they can do right now in the daylight, and they have to wait till nightfall so that the Titans themselves aren't active. But one thing that Eddie mentioned is that Eren's character is going through a bit of a character development moment here. He's kind of growing a little bit, because we know that past Eren would say, "Screw all of this. You know what? I'm going to fight you guys now," and stuff, and he's going to go ahead and try to do everything he can and transform.
Tried to go like violence.
Yeah.
Immediately goes to violence.
Yeah, which
Eren
he did
wakes up and chooses violence.
Technically try to do when he was biting his nub. Mm-hmm. But nothing was happening.
It wasn't working.
So that couldn't have, he wasn't able to transform. Otherwise, I'm sure he would have just made things absolutely worse. But so he understands that he has to gather as much information as possible, but he knows that he's limited with time, because once there's nightfall, he's come to the conclusion that because Eren and Ymir aren't in the best state of, they're not in the best conditions right now.
No, not really.
That
not the best fighting conditions.
Yeah. that it's, he's got to act quick. And I'll apologize for getting a little bit of lag or anything. If you guys are seeing anything slow on your guys' end, apologize about that, guys. But yeah, we'll continue on here. But yeah, so we'll see how that all plays out. Mm-hmm. You ready to get into this, Lex?
Yep.
All right, let's do it, guys. So now again, we're gonna get into the episode. This is season 2, episode 9, opening part 2. All right. So we continue the episode as we see someone shooting a red flare into the sky. That scout alerts.
Oh, sorry. I was literally looking for the spot. Mm-hmm. Okay, you could say that part. A scout alerts one more time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we continue the episode as we see someone shooting a red flare into the sky. That scout alerts.
Titan spotted at 3 o'clock. Use the flare.
And then we see another scout riding horseback next to that scout. They use the flare, signaling that the Titan is nearby. Now we see Commander Irvin leading his group of scouts. The scout riding to the right of the commander informs him, "We've got a smoke shell fired from the right wing." And Commander Irvin orders, "We stay the course. Tell the right wing to merge with the center and maintain direction. The shortest path is our only option. Straight ahead. We have until sundown." And then Commander Irvin and the others continue the pursuit of saving Eren and Ymir. Elsewhere, traveling to save Eren, we see the group of Hannes, Armin, Jean, with Mikasa leading the way. Hannes tells Mikasa, "Mikasa! Hey, Mikasa! Hello?" Mikasa turns around to look at Hannes. "Stop pushing so hard. You're drifting up into the vanguard. You want to break the whole formation? Look, I know how you feel, but what'd I tell you? Eren's not going to let those assholes get the best of him without a fight. Agreed?" And then Mikasa, she just stares at Hannes. "Kid just doesn't have it in him to give up. All we gotta do is have a little faith. He'll hold his own till the rest of us get there." And then Hannes remembers those good old days that he mentioned, right?
Yeah.
Those good old days of Mikasa and Armin as kids coming to Eren's rescue, as Hannes and his garrison soldiers watch in the background while drinking and playing pinochle. Always has and always will. And we see that Mikasa now holds onto her scarf around her neck tightly as she continues to get back to Eren. Okay. So we've seen this before with Mikasa when, like, it's almost like a thing of like a sense of comfort from her, right? Where she kind of just like, she's like just holds onto the scarf, or she goes and she kind of like wraps the scarf around, like her, like covering half her face, and stuff.
You're just smelling that stinky scarf.
Yeah. Who knows about how, the stink of that scarf has got to be insane.
I know, that thing's got to reek.
Right. But Mikasa, she is on a mission and she is pushing forward. She's like moving, because again, one thing that she was, notified by Armin is that 5 hours had passed, right? 5 hours between the time when she last saw Eren, right? To when she woke up and everybody's like, they're gone. So she knows there's no time to waste. However, we've seen this before with Mikasa where she could get very emotional, and the emotions usually come from, they always involve Eren. And we've seen from the past when she thought that Eren was dead, so she went very reckless and she just like wandered off by herself to go ahead and try to kill as many Titans as she could, and she almost killed herself by putting herself in that reckless situation. And then Kyron is also chiming along with that scarf, saying booty scarf.
Yeah, booty scarf.
Definitely booty scarf.
That scarf definitely smell like.
But Mikasa's doing it again. She's letting the emotions get to her, and this is something that's kind of interesting because I think about that moment when Eren's saying, "I got to keep my emotions in check," but we see that he's like struggling with it. He's like, oh, you can see it in his eyes and it's like
effort.
It's like painful for him to not want to just like explode and just put up a fight, right? Which is something that Hannes had mentioned, is that like, look, he's not gonna back down. He's gonna hold his own. He's gonna fight until pretty much like he's gonna fight until we get there, right? But Eren knows he can't do that right now. right? Hannes doesn't know that, but yeah. So Aaron's trying to keep his emotions in check, but we see that Mikasa's not necessarily doing that, and so Hannes has to try to like, hey, look, Mikasa, get back over here. Don't go too far.
Yeah.
Right.
Trying to get her back on course, trying to control her, because obviously she's very determined to get there as soon as possible. Like, not only because Aaron is her person, but because like this has happened to her before. Like she probably has like these like traumatic thoughts of like, the last time I was separated from this dude, he died.
Yeah.
Or not he died, but you know,
She thought he did.
she thought that he died.
Yeah.
He got eaten. Like literally the only time that they had not been within like a close distance.
Yep.
So I feel like she's definitely has that going on in her head where she's like, I need to get there because last time I wasn't there. Like I need to. I am the protector. I need to protect him.
And she understands that the stakes are high right now because
the beast and the armored.
Yeah. Well,
I mean the colossal.
The beast too at some point.
But yeah.
The colossal and the armored, they revealed themselves, right?
Yeah.
And
very casually.
They have a very casual conversation that was being made in the background.
Oh, by the way, I'm the
right as Hanji and Immobile were talking about a potential Titan that knows how to dig. Right.
Oh yeah, I'm the armored and he's a colossal.
I'm the armored. He's the colossal.
Just what?
Just casual. But so Mikasa's aware that look, people that we thought we can trust, people that we thought we knew are the traitors. And they have Aaron, and it's been 5 hours. I have to get there as soon as possible. I have to save this guy. I can't allow him to be by himself any longer because, as Lexi said, the last time I wasn't around, you know, I thought he died.
Yes.
Right?
Or he would have if he didn't have any Titan abilities.
Yeah, he definitely would have, for sure. And he would have if that bearded normal Titan knew how to chew his food.
Yeah. No, Aaron told him not to chew.
It was all part of Aaron's ploy here.
All part of the vision.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all in the memories.
Which is pretty effed up because if he could alter things, he still allowed Mina, Thomas, he allowed them all still to die, and stuff.
No, it's part of the story. Everything happens for a reason. Part of the story.
This is good character development.
I know.
Yeah. So if that is the case, Aaron, you're pretty effed up, bro.
Oh my God.
But yeah, Mika says she's being reckless in this point, so Hannes has to kind of control that situation and stuff, right? But also too, as they are traveling together, right? We know that another kind of a little recap moment I should mention is that the scouts there trying to make their way, right, led by Commander Irvin, and Commander Irvin has kind of separated them into different squads, allow them to go and cover more ground, right? But Commander Irvin knows that there is no time to waste, and we see early in this part 2 of our discussion here that there are surrounding Titans, right? That they are outside the walls. They are traveling in Titan country, and Titans they're around. So we see again, as the scouts do, they signal the flares to alert that nearby Titans. Right? Normally they would kind of, I think, take a cautious approach, but Commander Irvin is saying, like, look, we need to take the quickest route, which is straight ahead.
Yeah.
Right. We just need to continue on.
They got taken 5 hours ago. We need to go now.
Yeah. It says, as Commander Irvin says, the shortest path is their only option, right? And even they know that they're limited with time because they only have until sundown. All right, so let's go see how this all unfolds. So now continuing, we're back in the forest of giant trees.
Yes.
As we see Raina and Bertolt just patiently waiting for nightfall. On a nearby tree branch, we see Aaron and Ymir, who are both waiting as well. We see Ymir, she's fanning herself as she asks Raina,
"Hey, Raina, got any water? Help a girl out. I'm dying over here."
And then Raina responds, "Sorry, there's not a hell of a lot I can do, even if it is a matter of life and death." Ymir just sighs as she answers,
"That's comforting. Well, at least now we know where we stand. Sort of."
And Raina now says, as he turns his attention to Bertolt, "Speaking of which, we've been working our asses off. No food, No sleep, no nothing. Ever since those Titans showed up. That was yesterday, right? Man. We're lucky the wall hasn't been destroyed. Still, you'd think that means they'd give us a break. And don't even get me started on promotion. And then we see Bertold. He's like confused as he's like staring at Reina. And then Bertold, his only response is, what the hell? And then Reina now says, what? Come on. I don't think that's too much to ask. Do you? And then we see a curious Ymir, who of course is listening to their conversation. God knows we've done our share of heavy lifting, all things considered. I mean, I get it. We're soldiers. Duty first. It's just nice to be acknowledged. And then Ymir, poking fun, right? She tells Reina,
You bang your head or something? What are you even talking about? Seriously.
And then we see an annoyed Reina respond, don't give me that. I'm not saying we storm in and demand the rank of captain or anything. And then Ymir, she now says,
No, that's not what I meant. And
then Reina continues, oh yeah, where'd you find that cannon, by the way? I owe you one for saving my bacon. And then Ymir, she just looks so confused and now she looks annoyed, right? Really nice of Krista to patch me up afterwards. I'm starting to think me and her might become a thing, right? It's not just me. She always treats me like we're... But then suddenly Eren erupts with anger. Hey! And then Reina stops. What's wrong with you? You've got to be kidding me. And then Reina, who we see now is confused, right? He responds, huh? What are you so pissed about all of a sudden? Take it easy, man. Was it something I said? And then a pissed off Eren continues, if you want to die, then just keep talking. And then Ymir, she interrupts now.
Hold up, Eren. I think somebody's gone off the deep end. Is that what this is, Bertold? If you know something we don't, now would be a good time to put it on the table.
And then we get a look at Bertold, looking like he's struggling with something that's on his mind. And then Bertold then hesitantly tells Reina, Reina, snap out of it. You're not a soldier, okay? You and I are... We're warriors. Then Reina, just hearing that word, warriors, we see that it shakes him up so much to the point where Reina, he begins to just like start quivering as we see him just breathing heavily. Then Ymir and Eren, they both take notice of Reina's strange reaction as again, they're just both so confused. And then this moment becomes a very tense moment as we see that Reina recalls something. And then suddenly we're in Reina's point of view as we are reliving his memory. We see Reina holding a person down against their will. And then that scared person, Marco, says, Reina! What are you doing? And as we now see present Reina struggling with this memory, Reina can still hear Marco's screams as we go back to that memory and we see a Titan with Marco in hand ripping Marco in half as Bertold and Annie watch, and we see them struggling as we see tears in their eyes. And then in this memory, Reina, he interrupts Bertold and Annie as he asks them, hey, why is Marco being devoured? And then we go back to present Reina as he appears to like kind of like snap out of it. And now he has like this stern expression on his face. Right. I see. That's how things are. But then we see that Reina, he can't just like hold it together as he breaks again as he just begins sobbing to himself softly. Eren and Ymir continue to watch Reina just both again so confused. Eren asks, what the hell's he doing? But Ymir, with a smirk on her face, she answers Eren.
I have a pretty good idea. At least I think so. Didn't add up at first. Why would the man who broke the wall risk his neck to save Connie? It's like the poor bastard's personality is compartmentalized. Everything he does is a contradiction in terms. He can't help it. On one hand, he's a warrior bent on pushing mankind past the brink. On the other, he's pretending to be a soldier. I'm thinking maybe he got a little lost in the role. See, he can't resolve those facets of himself. Can't bear the weight of what he's done. The only way for him to manage his conscience is to fall for his own act. He thinks he's a soldier. This is what you call a split personality. He's gone insane. His heart and mind are at war with each other, and judging by Berthold's expression, this isn't the first stalemate. Blows me away. Wow, someone as brutally honest as you losing their grip.
But then Rhina interrupts Ymir. Shut up! Not another word! And then Ymir, she continues while still smirking.
I'm sorry. Must have really hit a nerve.
And then Eren, he now asks, is this some kind of joke? Where do you get off pretending to be the victim? You're wallowing in self-pity? How dare you? What was going through your head the day I told you my story, huh? Remember that, Bertolt? I'm talking to you, lackey. I told you everything. You sat there and looked me straight in the eye. Watched me relive seeing my mother eaten alive. Don't you remember? Well, it just so happens the chunk of the wall you kicked fell on our house. It's what kept her from being able to run away. Ring any bells? Take you back? Let me ask you again. What was going through your head when I told you that story? And then Bertold, he responds to Eren. Want me to be honest? In the moment, I felt sorry for you. And then there's a long pause. But then Eren, he reacts. Huh? Sorry for me? So then, you're not warriors or soldiers. You're just murderers. Psychotic murderers who snuffed out the lives of countless people that never did any wrong to you. And then Rhina suddenly bursts. Don't you think I'm aware of that fact? I don't need you shoving it down my goddamn throat. And then Eren screams back, then stop acting like you've got any right to feel sorry for yourself. We're living in a hell you two created. Are you proud of yourselves? You're not one of us. You've never been. You're not even human anymore. And then Rhina continues. You want me to apologize? Is that what you hope to get out of calling us murderers? Want us to feel bad? Want us to take the blame? Who are you talking to? The people you thought you knew don't exist. They're dead. But hey, if screaming does it for you, go ahead and scream your goddamn head off. The shouting match appears to be done, as Eren, he just stares at Rhina. Rhina begins panting from getting too worked up. And then Eren, he responds. You're right. Who am I? What do I know? Still, I've got to do something. Anything. I swear to you, one way or another, the two of you will pay, and it's gonna hurt. And we see Bertold appearing to be unamused. We see Rhina still upset from the screaming match. And then we see Ymir, who's staring at Eren. Ymir tells Eren,
You can't be for real. Eren, grow up. Keep shouting off childish bullshit like that, and I've got no hope for you.
And Eren just grunts and stares at Ymir, as Ymir just stares back. All right. Well, Eddie, who has mentioned saying this part, and I know he was alluding to the part when Ymir talks about Rhina and his kind of state of mind, right? We'll talk about it right now. Yeah. But Kyron, you were too kind, my friend. Thank you. Kyron is saying, I thought I was watching the anime with this voice acting.
No, that was really good. That was really good. Good job, AJ.
Thank you. You know,
as always,
I try not to go full method because we're going to talk about it right now. So
try not to go full method.
Something that we have seen from Rhina we've seen him bouncing between personalities, right? We've seen him putting on good acting performances. So obviously, he's gone method. And I will say that he has put on potentially Oscar-worthy performances by playing so clueless, and he's so in the role of being a soldier, right? Let's not forget that this is a role that he's taken on for, let's say, I don't know exactly the time frame, but like say 5 years.
Yeah.
Right? Like he's put on the act for a long time. But so has Bertold. But Bertold, he's the quiet one, right? He doesn't really say a whole lot, which is easier for him to kind of, maintain that illusion, but not give away so much. But I want to talk about what Ymir had. She has, now come to the conclusion after witnessing Rhina's antics here, right? And, Ymir. This whole thing happens because Rhina is still putting on the act.
Yes.
He's like pretending still to be the soldier. He's talking about a promotion. He's talking about like I'm not like meaning to go and demand like a captain rank or anything.
About, like, the future of him still being
like still putting on this whole act, right, as a soldier, right? And even Bertold's like what the hell?
Yeah.
He's like, dude, we literally revealed ourselves. What are you talking about? Promotion? Like, no. Because at first I was thinking maybe he's talking about when they go back to their hometown. Maybe he's thinking, okay, look, we're going to go ahead and bring Aaron. We're going to do this and this.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Like, maybe we're going to get a promotion. But hey, I'm not saying this and this, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But that's clearly not what he's talking about, because Bertold, he's even like, dude, like, you need to stop.
Yeah.
Right? And so now Ymir, she has seen this. She's processing this. She's analyzing this. And she's now realized, right? And then, like, they're all confused, right? Mm-hmm. But I want to see Ymir's line. Ymir, she says that she has a pretty good idea, right? She says, didn't add up at first. And this is such an interesting line here too. Why would the man who broke the wall risk his neck to save Connie?
Yeah.
Right? And this is something that, happened over at Utgard Castle. I will say Rhina isn't the only one, because early on in season 1, right? Annie, she also saved Connie. And this is something that I think Rhina is going to throw. I think he did throw it in her face. Or maybe, did he do this already? Or is it going to happen when...
he did,
like, later on
in this scene.
Yeah, because he also witnessed Annie saving Connie. But Rhina did it as well over at the castle. And so anyways, continuing on here. Let me find a spot again where we're at. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she's saying that everything he's doing is a contradiction. He can't help it, right? Mm-hmm. One hand, he's a warrior bent on pushing mankind to the brink, and on the other, he's pretending to be a soldier. She's thinking that he got a little lost in the role, right? He can't resolve those facets of himself. He can't bear the weight of what he's done, right? And maybe this is in some way kind of like therapeutic for Rhina, because this is a way of him kind of like almost forgetting what he's done by acting to be like a soldier who's in the midst of that conflict, right? And being on the other side of that conflict, not being on in this point of view, being the villain, as I see with air quotes, right? Because it's all about perspectives here. But we know in this perspective that the Armored and Colossal are the bad guys. And so maybe Rhina, by going so deep in this soldier role, being a scout, right, that he's like able to forget, to be able to not think about his actions, right? So then now Ymir continues that the only way for him to manage his conscience is to fall for his own act, which is something that I just mentioned right now, right? He thinks he's a soldier. And she says, this is what you call a split personality. He's gone insane. And we see him literally losing his mind. Yeah. Right? And she's saying that his heart and mind are at war with each other. And this is interesting too, because she says, judging by Bertold's expression, that this isn't the first stalemate. Yeah. So Bertold has seen this before, and I'm trying to remember what he said after Rhina saved Connie. Mm-hmm. Right? He says something along the line of like, Reina wasn't always like this. Reina used to be a warrior, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does say.
And that's why even Reina looks up like what? And I think Bertolt was trying to remind him, dude, look,
listen,
dude, why are we here? We have an objective, you know? And that's got to be tricky for Bertolt too. Can you imagine like seeing your ally, seeing your partner, seeing that person like almost fooling themselves that they're on the other side, that they are a soldier.
Yeah.
You know?
Like believing, I mean, exactly what, I think the way that Ymir talks about this in this scene is like perfect. Mm-hmm. The way that she says that, he can't bear the weight of what he's done. The only way for him to manage his conscience is to fall for his own act.
Yeah.
Like you lie so much, you believe the lie yourself.
Yeah.
Because it makes it easier to like fathom, especially what he's done, literally mass murder.
Yeah. And then again, you know, this is something that would be hard for anybody to have to deal with because they were kids.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
yeah.
That's something we're going to learn.
We can't blame Bertolt for Reina.
Yeah.
For being basically bipolar.
Because now we're going to get into some spoiler talk here.
Put into that situation.
Because we find out in season 4 that they were kids training to be these warriors, right? Mm-hmm. And Reina wasn't even supposed to be where he's at now.
No.
It isn't until Marcel has to kind of prevent his brother from becoming a Titan. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
To ensure that his brother is safe back at home. And Reina from then on is the one who's going to go ahead and be the like predecessor.
Yeah.
Right?
Much.
Something that Reina thought that he had earned. In reality, he didn't earn it because we saw that Reina, I mean, he just wasn't the strongest. You know, he just, in terms of being strongest, like physically or mentally, like, I think it's safe to say that Reina is an emotional guy.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that witnessing Marcel, who we kind of see is like, he's like the one leading, right? Marcel saves Reina from dying, right? Saves him from that Titan, which we find out that was Ymir. And seeing his friend and seeing his ally, the leader, literally die. Mm-hmm. And the reasoning behind that being because that person saved him.
Yeah.
That's when you see the switch. You see like everything change. And it's after Annie beats the shit out of him.
Yes.
Right? And then Reina kind of like in this new revived kind of like, it's almost like he's like a zombie. He's freaking coming out of the grave.
Looks like a zombie.
Right? He's no longer him. We see that weird moment where he's kind of standing there all beat up. His eyes are like all white and everything because he's so freaking beat up and stuff like that. But then he goes and he like pins Annie on the ground and he's become this new person.
Yeah.
Right? And then I think from then on that switch, right, was flipped.
Yeah.
And now it's about him embodying Marcel. Mm-hmm. And you know, it's like, again, they're kids.
Yeah.
Doing this. And then it got to a point where pretending to be just a leader. And then not just that, now that you're inside the walls, you're pretending to be this soldier.
Yeah.
You know, he's pretending to be so much.
You're like, life is at stake.
Yeah. Like he is just he's like a chameleon. He's just trying to change with every situation and every circumstance, every environment around him. Mm-hmm. And it's got to its breaking point to where it has consumed his mind.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's like you said, Reina is an emotional guy. So his coping mechanism will have to do with emotion. So his coping mechanism is like in his changing of his personalities.
Yeah.
Like changing how he's perceived and changing his thought process on him personally. Like that's how he copes.
It is.
So it's no surprise that he would end up having this bipolar personality disorder.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is you know, you would think the act would end after they
After the
revealed
reveal.
themselves.
Yeah,
But
and it's like, oh, now it's all out in the open. Now
Yeah.
I can stick to my warrior. Like, no.
and the fact that he is still
Clearly
putting
it's
on that portrayal of being the soldier, it's like, man, like it really affected his mental state, and
As it would to anyone.
I can't help but think about, and this is real life stuff too, but Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey is another character, I should say a person that went so deep into the character that it messed with his mind.
Yeah.
And
A lot of actors have talked about this, like, because no one really talks about how, like, playing a role, like, yes, that is not you're playing a role, but you
Yeah.
get so invested in it that you don't really have an identity for yourself anymore. Like, even like musical artists, like, they're like,
Yeah.
I feel like Billie Eilish, for an interview a couple months ago, was like, she was like, yeah, for a few months, every time I performed, I felt like I was doing a Billie Eilish impersonation. She's like,
Yeah.
I felt like I wasn't performing. I felt like I was impersonating Billie Eilish when she's Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
And it's just like, for anything like that, playing a role like that takes a
It's
big
insane.
toll on you. But go ahead and continue the Jim Carrey thing.
well, I was just gonna say that if for anybody that's seen the documentary of the movie The Man on the Moon, where Jim Carrey portrays Andy Kaufman, that Jim Carrey went full method. He at no point, any point during filming, did he ever become himself Jim Carrey. He was always Andy Kaufman. And then Andy Kaufman had this other portrayal. I can't remember exactly the character's name, but he from then on embodied that character. So there's so much going on, right, with him. And then I know that during that time, he was making so many movies, right? But if you watch that documentary on Netflix, I can't remember the exact title of it, but it's scary how a person can go to that extent, right? Not be themselves, right? And then when it was all said and done, so much time after that, where he had to kind of like, I remember him saying that, like, similar with Billie Eilish, like, he forgot who Jim Carrey was.
Yeah.
He forgot how he was.
Yeah.
And, that's kind of something where I thought about, as we're talking about the whole Rhina situation here, because again, can you imagine,
Big magnitude.
being casted to be this character, right? And you are the type of actor that is going to embody this role, right? You're a method actor, but this is a performance that you're going to put on for 5 years,
Yeah.
right? Like, that is going to
You completely
alter
lose your identity.
Yeah, exactly.
Completely.
And
Who are you?
and that's something that I guess happened to Rhina. And yeah, it's interesting. We see that that Rhina's got that split personality.
Yeah.
But then Bertold says a word that triggers him, right? And he tells him that you're not a soldier, that we're warriors,
Yeah.
right? And then we see that
Would
it's
it like to be a warrior.
It's like Rhina goes into, like, he starts quivering, he gets into like a freaking cold sweat, and he's just like, oh my God. And then he recalls a moment, a difficult moment, a sad moment, when Rhina is pinning Marco down, and he's like removing his ODM gear,
Yeah.
and they pretty much kill Marco by feeding him
defenseless.
Yeah, leaving him defenseless so that a Titan could come over and kill him, which we see at that moment happens, and it's difficult for
Watch it
them.
happen.
It's difficult for them, for them, and I say them because it is Rhina, Bertold, and Annie. And we see Bertold and Annie are both like they're struggling with their emotions as well. But then Rhina asks a strange question. And again, it's him like coping with what he did by acting like it didn't happen and being like this soldier. And he then asked them, why is he like getting devoured?
Yeah. And it's like completely genuine. Like he's genuinely like, why?
Yeah. And
My comrade or
yeah, and I mean, again, from then on, Reina and Bertold and Annie give him that kind of crazy look.
yeah, and they're like, what are you talking about?
Like,
we just did
like,
this.
You just what? Like, what's happening right now, right?
Just made this happen.
Yeah. And then Kyron, he's chiming in over in chat saying that this is like Zemo from Winter Soldier. That's true. Zemo, he did. So, I think with Zemo, why am I forgetting Zemo's kind of like backstory a little bit? But Kyron, if you can kind of like, re-educate me here on the whole Zemo dynamic. But I think that he lost his family, and I think from then on he like embodied like I think he was a spy, but also I can't remember Zemo's dynamic from Winter Soldier. All I remember is just Zemo from Falcon and Winter Soldier like dancing in the club.
Okay. All right.
So complete different. But Kyron, if you can
just like Bear,
help me with that again, I'd appreciate that. But yeah, I do know that Zemo also kind of went to a crazy extent to ensure that like he accomplished his goal, which the goal would be to pretty much, I think, have the heroes themselves fight each other, right? But also I think he played a part in. Zemo had the book to trigger Winter Soldier. Yes, yeah, that's right. He had the book with the words. That's right.
So that's like Bertold to Reina.
Yeah. So exactly.
Warriors. We're warriors.
Zemo is Bertold, and Winter Soldier would be Reina in that sense. Yeah. Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, the book where he had like the code words and stuff like that to go ahead and kind of like brainwash them. Yes. It's definitely not Zemo dancing in a club.
That's what Bertold
doing his
I don't think that's what he was.
His Zemo dance move. But yeah, very interesting. And then Aaron and Reina, they get into a little shouting match, right? And Aaron sees that like, look, like he doesn't like that Reina is like feeling sorry for himself, right? Like how could he feel sorry for himself?
Basically, like
he doesn't understand.
It's like appealing to pity without, like he's not purposely appealing to pity. It's just like happening.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where he goes into again to talk about how it's like when that moment when they're like in their own quarters, right? Where it's Reina, Bertold, Armin and Aaron. And Aaron brings up that moment again where it's like I told you guys my story. And he even now goes to Bertold like I'm talking to you, lackey,
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Right? And he says, I told you guys everything. You guys looked me straight in the eye. You watched me relive my mother being eaten alive.
Yeah.
Right? He tells Reina that the chunk of wall that you kicked, or no, Bertold, that the chunk of wall that you kicked fell on my house, and that's what prevented my mom from running away.
Yeah.
Right? But then he asks again, what was going through your head? And then Bertold, he tells Aaron that you want me to be honest. I said in that moment, I felt sorry for you.
Like felt pity.
Like, wow.
After like something that you caused too. It wasn't like I regret it.
Yeah, it's not. I'm sorry. Okay, you don't understand. It's something that we had to do. I'm sorry. No, it's like you want me to be.
It was completely
honest,
blunt and honest.
Yeah, and then so that was difficult. I'm trying to go ahead and review a little bit of the shouting match and stuff, and seeing all that because Reina, he's definitely triggered at this point because certain things that Aaron recalls, right, and then Reina goes and he kind of blows up as like, you don't think I know that? You don't think I'm aware of that? You know, and it's like
because Aaron basically calls him,
you're like, shoving it down my goddamn throat.
You're not a warrior or a soldier.
Yeah,
mass murderers.
Yeah,
like these people didn't. Well, because Aaron says, like you snuffed the lives of countless people who never did you any wrong.
Yeah.
So by Rhino responding, like, you don't think I'm aware of that? Like, he's aware. He's like, yeah, these people didn't do anything to us, but we killed them all.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And then Kyron also is joining in chat too, saying that you have to remember that these warriors, they're just brainwashed pawns, right? That they're made to believe that hatred towards the island of parody. What do they refer them as? Island devils, right?
Yeah, island devils.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like, but then like adding on to that, like, yes, they are made to believe these people are devils, but then you have Rhino who's sitting here admitting, like, you're right, these people didn't do anything wrong, and we killed them all, and you could tell he's struggling so much with that, that he did that. And then we have Aaron respond with what is my favorite line.
Yeah, tell me what it is.
The entire anime.
What is it?
It is when Aaron says, then stop acting like you've got any right to feel sorry for yourself. We're living in a hell that you two created. Are you proud of yourselves? You're not one of us. You've never been. You're not even human anymore. Which is like so, yeah. Like you can feel like the rage from Aaron, but like he's calling them out. Like, do not feel sorry for yourselves. Like, even though I can definitely feel, like, I can definitely feel for it, Bertold and Rhina, because they were put in this situation when they were kids. Like, it's not Rhina's fault that he has all these issues. It was just, that's going to happen to anyone.
It's like Kyron mentioned, you know, it's like they literally are brainwashed to believe that they are training to become these warriors that are going to kind of like be heroes in a sense, you know? And Kyron's saying, and when in reality, Aaron created this whole thing.
I know.
Yeah.
Because then we have Aaron, at least Aaron in this moment, because this is before he
saw all of the,
But in this moment, like, Aaron's whole world is inside of the walls. So his whole world has been just crushed. That's why he says we're living in a hell that you two have created. Like, these past 5 years have been hell because of you two. Like, my life has been hell because of you two. And saying, are you proud of yourself? And then basically saying that I feel like this next part that he's saying is targeted towards Rhina. Because of like, Rhina's obviously having this hard him trying to cope as a soldier to try to cope with what he did, but also like he's also a warrior. So that's when Aaron is saying, like, you're not one of us. You've never been. Like, you have never been one of us.
Never.
Ever. And he says that you're not even human anymore. Like, just further just.
That's just like
trying to say, boom, like, you guys are monsters. Like, I've
digging in deep.
Like, I've already called you guys psychotic mass murderers.
Yeah.
Now you're not even human. Like, you're not even a human. You're not even good enough to be a human serial killer. Yeah. You are a monster.
Yep. Eddie's also chiming in as well, saying that, I mean, Rhina and Bertold should be able to recognize right from wrong at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, you know? Definitely. But then they comes up, like, they're so far already. Like, what are they? Like, if you are in Rhina and Bertold's situation, like, what are you supposed to do?
The thing is,
you realize you're already through the walls. You already broke through the walls and everything. You've already killed all of these innocent lives. Now you're like,
let's say, like, for the
what
sake
we did
of
was wrong. Now what? Like, we can't back out now. What
for the sake of our, you know, we like to create our own little storylines here.
Yeah.
For the sake of playing, again, devil's advocate here, island devil advocate.
Island devil.
Rhina and Bertold both decide that, look, they don't want to continue on with this mission anymore. Like, look, that they understand, as Eddie mentioned, that they know what's right from wrong at this point, right? And if they decide to go ahead and become soldiers instead of warriors, the thing is, Zeke's here.
Yeah.
And if Zeke finds out that they are no longer, that the mission is no longer their objective, then we know that things aren't going to end well for those two.
Yeah.
You know, we saw how they looked at what we're going to find out in this next little part of the episode here is we saw how they looked at the monkey.
Yeah.
So even if Reina and Bertold both decided that they no longer want to continue on this mission, that they just want to just live this life that they have created now inside the walls with their friends that they have now created, that they haven't not created, but the friends that the friendships that they have
they've
now and
built
stuff.
bonds.
Yeah, then I think that it's just at some point reality is gonna catch up to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
You can't just keep running away.
no
from
matter,
the
yeah,
past.
exactly how far you try to run away from it, it's gonna catch up to you at some point.
There's
And-
no Hakuna Matata in this world.
No, no, there never has been. No. Whenever
There's
you
lots
think,
of worries for the rest of your days.
whenever you think there is a moment of calm and peace, just know that shit is going to. It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
All hell is gonna freaking break loose, and yeah. So even if Ryan and Bertold decided to just they no longer want to do this, I don't think they really had that option. You
Yeah.
know.
It's too late now. I mean, at least it is good to. I was, like Eddie said, they should be able to recognize right and wrong. Like
Yeah.
what is just, what is unjust. But it seems like Bertold is still kind of like, at least he's still completely honest with himself, because we have like Bertold's response to Aaron being like, "I told you about like you killing my mother. You didn't like, I didn't realize it was you. Whatever. Like, what did you think when I was telling you all this?" And say, "I felt sorry for you."
Yeah.
Like, dang. But the thing is it like does he still feel sorry for him? Is it just he did feel sorry for him when he did tell him? Does he think differently of it now? Is he still brainwashed? Because they did, like, all they know is that these people are devils. That's literally all that they know. All they've been grown up. And, like, no matter how much you try to fight that, that's still going to be instilled into them, like, subconsciously.
Yes, I mean they're obviously in a tricky situation, and plus they're talking about triggers too. I mean, even if they say they decided when they're at the castle, right? They're like, "Look, like I no longer want to kind of do this." There's trigger moments where they like again they saw Zeke, right? And also too, once Ymir revealed herself, like that was a huge trigger for them because they had seen that Titan before.
Yeah.
And it was the one that killed their friend. So even if they thought about, you know, continuing on these bonds that they have with these, you know, with these friends, right?
There's still this.
That there's something that's
This
always going
other
to pull
factor.
them, right? And again, they're not going to be able to run away from that past. It's always going to catch up. But yeah, and so now it's kind of like finish up this little breakdown moment here, this what we talked about here. But it's Ymir after the screaming match between, you know, Aaron and Rhina. Ymir tells Aaron that, like, look, grow up, okay? You keep spouting off childish bullshit like that, I've got no hope for you, right? And it's kind of like we talked about, you know, at the start of the episode, we talked about at the end of last episode, is that Aaron, he's trying to keep his emotions in check,
Yeah.
but it's got to be difficult for him because,
These are literally the people that have,
Yeah.
like you said, they have made his life a
yeah,
living hell.
and he sees
They
how
are-
Rhina is acting, and he's trying to like literally sulk in his own, like he's like I don't know, feeling bad
this
for
self-pity.
Yeah, you know, and it's like, dude, you aren't allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, Captain Boggy, he's asking, well, didn't Zeke have the euthanasia plan at this point? Ooh.
Yeah, because the plan was to go and take Aaron. Or
Well, not necessarily Aaron, right? Well, the thing is, he did show up because he was looking for Aaron. So
maybe that because maybe he was, oh, I know that he's the founder.
yeah,
I need to get to the founder. So
yeah,
I think he did at this point, because then what would be the purpose of him? I mean, other than just being there, just to be like, I'm checking up on you
yeah,
guys.
to
You guys are
ensure
taking
that
too
look, it's
long."
been 5 years, guys.
I know. Come on now.
I hope you guys know that we only have 13 years.
I know.
Okay.
We got to get this done soon.
Yeah.
But he was probably searching for Aaron.
Yeah, and Captain Boggy continues saying that because I don't think Zeke wanted to turn Aaron over to Marley. Huh. Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, it's
Yeah.
kind of
I
difficult
don't
at
know
this
what
point where we're at.
Marley's exact like plan was at this time. Like, all we really know is what like happened after Aaron kisses the ring and everything.
Yeah,
And, like,
and also too is you know, we kind of get more clarity when Zeke and Aaron both have their own conversation in Marley, right? When they come to the conclusion of, all right, this is what the plan is, even though Aaron has his own agenda.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's an interesting question, Captain Boggy. I don't necessarily remember the timeline either, but yeah.
Yeah, the
Zeke obviously has
Attack on
something
Titan
planned.
endless timeline,
Yeah.
all the paths.
Yeah, for sure. But
All the
we know
multiverses.
Zeke's another person too, where there's more to him, right? Than just being there to ensure that the plan goes accordingly, right?
Yeah.
Like, no. And this, again, we're going to kind of talk about in the next little part of episode breakdown here. So, take a swig of water and we'll continue. Sound good?
Yeah. A swig.
Yeah.
Really going method with the cowboy. Let me take a swig.
I'm going to take a swig of water. And,
But don't lose yourself in the role. Remember, don't lose yourself in the role.
I think it's a little too late here, Missy.
Run around.
I gotta say, I got a holster you guys can't see. I feel like I'm talking like Arthur from Red Dead Redemption. But I got a fake gun here. I got
Ding, ding, ding.
I got my boots with spurs. Don't know if we can hear that. But yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for I'm gonna start.
I have my
I'm gonna
forehead.
I'm gonna start slowly turning into Sasha's father.
Yeah, cautious.
Sasha's father. Or as Lexi kind of mentioned before we went live, she said that I could be Kenny Ackerman.
Yeah, you can see Joseph as Kenny Ackerman.
I can be Kenny Ackerman.
You have the gun and everything.
Yeah, and then I'll refer to Lexi as Runt.
Yeah.
Hey, Runt.
That makes sense because it's like a pig.
Yeah. Hey.
Maybe I'm the runt.
Yeah.
Maybe I was the runt of the litter.
Hey, Runt. Yeah. Yeah, interesting. So, whatever you guys think I am, that's what I am.
Whatever you guys want.
But all right, let's go and let's continue on with the episode. So, so now we return to the forest, and as Ymir says,
tell me something. What's with that giant monkey?
Yeah, here we go. Monkey talk now.
All right.
And then Rhino responds, Monkey? What are you talking about? Then Ymir, she continues.
Huh. I thought for sure you'd know. That's surprising. From the way you guys were staring at it all slack-jawed, I figured we were seeing some kind of living legend. Weird.
Then Aaron, who's now curious, he says, a monkey? Don't be cute. And then Ymir tells Aaron,
shut up and listen. Monkey, Beast Titan, whatever you want to call him. He's behind this latest fiasco. It's why Titans are cropping up out of nowhere. I get the feeling he's gauging our strength. Rhina and Bertold are trying to get whatever he is. It's how they're getting back home.
Then Ymir now asks Rhina and Bertold,
feel free to correct me if I'm way off base.
Interesting word that she mentioned here that we'll talk about. And Aaron now asks Ymir, wait, how did you know? Who are you? What else haven't you told me? And then Ymir answers,
be patient. I'm caught up in circumstances of my own.
And annoyed Aaron now responds, what the hell is that supposed to mean? And then Ymir now tells Aaron,
Aaron, if you think killing these morons will put an end to all of this, you are sorely mistaken.
And then Aaron now asks Ymir, but then, who's the enemy? Ymir repeats,
the enemy. Look, if I told you things would get to...
But then Rhina, of course, interrupts Ymir again. Ymir, there's no future for this world and you know it. You have a solid grasp of things. What do you think comes next? Joining our side wouldn't be out of the question if you were so inclined. And then Ymir responds to Rhina.
And put my faith in you guys? That's rich. Neither of you trust me as far as you can throw me.
Then Rhina continues. Come on, that isn't true. We know what you really want. All you care about is protecting Krista. And we can all agree on that. I don't see the conflict. I'm being absolutely serious. Is it so hard to believe we want what's best for her too? Hate to break it to you, but you're not the only one. Then again, you could always put your trust in Aaron. See where that leads you. You're probably learning You're probably leaning towards escape. Better take a chance with him than throw it in with us, right? Because if we end up taking you, there's not much hope of being rescued. I'll be straight with you. That much is true. Even if you came willingly, we're not in a position to guarantee your safety. But if it's Krista we're talking about, we might be able to do something. It's your call. What's it gonna be? Is it Krista's future or your own petty existence? Then Aaron begins to think to himself, is there really no future for this world? Why? And the monkey, how does he figure into this? And then Aaron now tells Ymir, come clean. Who's the real enemy? Tell me what you know. Who is it? And Ymir just stares at Aaron and then sighs.
Couldn't say.
Then Aaron begins to get frustrated. But then Rhina intervenes. All right then. Sorry, Aaron. But then we hear distant gunshots not too far away. Rhina and Bertold, we see them beginning to get worried as they both notice green flare smoke not too far away. Bertold, he wonders to himself, the scouts are here? Already? And then Rhina grunts, he says, son of a bitch. No. Damn you, Ymir. As Rhina notices that Ymir's right hand has grown back. And then Aaron now thinks to himself, only 1 hour left until sunset. To be continued. All right. Well, we'll get into it right now, into our final thoughts and talk about this episode and break down this last part of it here. But Eddie also is now chiming in saying, bro, the fact that they don't know what a monkey is, it's like the natives not knowing what a horse is, right?
Yeah. But I mean, they don't.
They have no idea.
Lived in walls. Well, by they, I mean Aaron.
Yeah.
Like they lived in walls this whole time. Like they don't have these other, like they didn't even know the ocean. They couldn't believe that an ocean existed.
Yeah. You know, we see that they once they get to the ocean, they're like examining like seaweed, examining like like seashells, and then Jean's drinking the water,
trying to drink it. Yeah, like it's so salty.
Yeah, so I mean, again, they've been stuck inside the walls, but we know that Ymir, she's aware of what a monkey is because she hasn't lived in the walls, right?
Yeah.
Interesting here because let's talk about a certain term that she refers to this monkey as, right? She says. Monkey, Beast Titan, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
Okay.
She literally calls him by his by
the term,
name.
Right? And
how does she know that just by like experience, like being around? Well,
I think it has to do with Marcel, probably.
Oh, probably.
Right?
Yeah.
Because
she would have his memories.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I think that's why she knows this information
about their situation too.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to say. You know, can't say for certain, but I think it's safe to say that she's aware of the actual name and how they refer to this Titan as the Beast Titan, right? Because of the memories that she inherited.
Because where was she when she was being worshipped as this Ymir?
Ooh, exactly. Like, I'm not sure.
Because she obviously wasn't in the walls.
No, I don't think she was necessarily in Marley either.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think she was.
We know that she essentially was like a homeless child.
Yeah.
Right, who was struggling just to even survive, who was living off of scraps. But then it's just these Ymir worshippers. They essentially adopted her. I'm using that term loosely.
Yeah.
They kidnapped her. And they began to worship her and referred to her as Ymir.
Yeah.
Right? And we know that things did not end well for that group.
No.
As Ymir and the others were essentially injected with that Titan serum.
Even though they all tried to put the blame on Ymir.
Yes.
They're all like, she told us that we all genuinely believed her. We thought she told us that she was. And when it's like, dude, she had no part in this at all.
Again,
she was just
she's a victim of circumstance too.
Exactly.
Right. And she had no involvement with that. She was clueless. She was thrown into it. And she got to the point where who's not going to enjoy that? You know, like they were treating her like she is royalty.
Yeah.
And, she's going along with it. And
After being homeless too, like such a drastic difference to suddenly being like, oh my gosh, I do have self-worth.
Yeah. And
even though they think that I'm what I'm not.
Yeah.
I think I'm this person that I'm not.
And so I don't know exactly where that is location-wise. I don't think it was Marley.
Yeah, I don't think...
You know?
Because they got injected and...
Because they got taken to Island of... Right? They got taken to Parody. That's where it is, right? It's at the end of the
where they
shore.
Get injected? Oh, yeah.
Right? Top of that wall. Where they go ahead and they just inject and they dump them. Right?
Yeah, that's where...
Yeah,
location-wise, I'm really fuzzy.
Yeah.
On all of that.
I don't know. We're not too far from that arc. We're not too far from that. So we're going to get the answers, right? Okay. We're going to get her backstory.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go ahead and think back to this moment and be like, oh,
that's
okay.
That's
where it is, right?
Because there's so much Attack on Titan info, like little info.
Yeah.
That I just, honestly, I can't remember all of it.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know exactly where, but we know that by eating Marcel, that she's obviously going to go ahead and inherit that Jaw Titan and the memories that come with it.
Yeah.
So again, she name drops the monkey by calling him the Beast Titan.
Blue monkey.
Yeah, blue monkey. The blue monkey, the blue monkey.
Monkey.
But she's also aware that he is behind this latest fiasco, right? She's saying that,
like, she saw their reaction to when they
Titans they're cropping up. They're not cropping up out of nowhere, right? She says that she's getting the feeling that this Beast Titan is gauging their strengths, right?
Just trying to see where
and
these devils are at.
She also knows that Ryan and Bertolt are just trying to get to wherever, Zeke is. And Captain Boggy, Ymir's backstory, can't wait. Yep. Can't wait either. That's I'm looking forward to that one because there's a lot of details that I'm very fuzzy with as well. There's a lot of stuff there that happened with her backstory that I can't necessarily all clearly remember. And I know it's very interesting because it's a kind of tragic story as well. Yeah, and then Kyron, he's telling that Eddie, he goes, I just realized they never had fished, right? Or they never had
fish before.
Yeah.
Because when they are looking at that can, it's like herring's not my favorite, but it's like, is that like the only can of fish ever?
Well, I don't know. And keep in mind, this is all stuff that I'm guessing Zeke brought with him. Like the canned goods and stuff, because we know that Zeke was there because there was.
But I mean, obviously it's brought out of, it's not from the island of Paradis, but is that
I don't know.
Like, what would that can have, what could Ymir have said that can could be if not fish in order to cover up the lie?
Yeah, well, the thing is, she was able to read it in a different language, so that didn't help her.
Let's say if Connie found it or something and was like, there's a new meat that I've never even tasted or had.
What is this?
What the heck is this mush?
Well, I don't care. I'm gonna eat it. I'm hungry, and then take a bite. Oh my god, it's salty. What is this?
I know. They would have no idea what the heck fish is.
Yeah.
Think about all the food they've never had.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, think about the food that we saw them eat.
I know.
The field rations.
I know.
It's just a block of I'm guessing nutritional stuff, whatever. Yeah, and then Eddie's responding to Kyron saying, well, Kyron, remember in the first episode, you see someone cutting a fish in half for a split second. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but where do they think the fish comes from? Just ponds?
Yeah, how do they get the fish?
The fact that they didn't that the sea was a thing.
Yeah.
Why are fish a normal thing?
Yeah. Where are they getting their supplies,
Fish can be in a pond. They would have to be outsourced, though.
Yeah.
Because you can have
sending the scouts to also go. Yeah, Kyron's same question too. But how though? Yeah.
Yeah. How?
Yeah. Because there's certain details that just don't add up.
Blooper.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's how do they get their supplies? And who's again, these are getting outsourced, and who's bringing them in?
I know who's bringing in the fish.
Is it Marley's spies who are infiltrating the?
I know
they're in the walls
just
too
to
as
give
spies,
them fish.
Right? And yeah, I don't know. But Eddie's saying, remember that there's sort of a river Okay.
Okay, yeah, fish can be in
and
the
then
river.
we know that there is water inside the walls, but it's used to transport,
It's
right?
like
It's like a way to transport between walls, right? To go from, outer wall, which is wall Mario, to wall Rose and stuff,
kind of as transportation.
Yeah.
And
So maybe there are
they don't really have
sea life in there.
Irrigation.
Yeah. And then Eddie's saying that there's a river that ran through Shiganshina. And if that is the case, then and I would imagine
fish from there.
that the fish market in Shiganshina is probably a big one, because if that fish is coming from Shiganshina or from the outer wall, then it's got to be pretty pricey.
Yeah. Yeah, fish
Because
has
you
to
gotta
be
think that
expensive.
people that are
it's like rare
in the innermost wall in Walsina, like I'm guessing that they don't have that river.
Yeah.
Unless that river literally goes to the extent of that, but I don't know.
They have to get it outsourced. They have to get it shipped in.
Yeah, Kyra's saying if that's the case, why haven't Armin and Aaron just followed that river?
Yeah, where the heck is that river coming from?
Yeah.
So many questions.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they just weren't allowed to follow that river because, maybe they can only go so far as the soldiers will allow them to.
Yeah.
Probably not. Maybe there's soldiers that are
the
just...
end of the wall.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
End of your district.
Yeah, because we know that Shiganshina it's literally a pocket.
Yeah.
Like a pocket outside of the wall. I agree. Spiraling!
Yeah. Literally spiraling. Like, never had fish. Wait, there was fish in the first episode. Wait, how are they getting it?
Yeah, it's like the more you think about it, the more you're just getting more questions as you're thinking out loud.
Well, there's a pond. There's probably fish in the pond.
Yeah.
But then is it coming from the ocean? Why didn't they just follow the river?
Exactly. Yeah, no clue.
Attack on Titan will never fail to make us spiral.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so interesting. But I'm not sure how they get all their supplies. But we've seen some of the food that they have available, and it doesn't look very appetizing.
No.
All right. But
like chips or something.
This damn monkey. But Ymir seems to have somewhat of an idea. Mm-hmm. All the stuff she's kind of like theorizing. She's not far off, right? And that's something that even like Raina he mentions. Like he says, you have a solid grasp of things, right? Mm-hmm. Like tells again, there's no future in this world, and you know it.
Yeah.
Right. He says, what do you think comes next? Joining our side wouldn't be out of the question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Saying like we can't guarantee your safety.
That's also that's.
It's like, are you really gonna choose them? Which freaking we're not even gonna get into her freaking choice. We're gonna rant about that when we get to
it. When we get to it, that's gonna be a big episode to rant about. But it's something that pisses me off. But
yeah, for sure.
But yeah, Raina's trying to tell her like, look, you can join us, right? That's not out of the question, right? And she's like, well, like you expect me to trust you guys? Like, no, right? And then Raina's kind of like, well, that's true. We can't guarantee your safety, but we know that all you care about is Krista, right?
Yeah.
And so if Krista is involved,
know you care about her.
If Krista is involved, then they might be more inclined to potentially
let you live, basically.
Yeah. With
or let you fight with us.
Krista in the mix, which I think I'm calling BS right there. Because I think Raina just wants Krista for himself,
After he was like, I think we might become a thing.
Yeah, like I don't want to fully guarantee it, but I think it's safe to say that if they are able to get Krista, Ymir's like, fine, I'll go with you guys. All right. They're still feeding Ymir to the next person in line, which we know is Porco, right? And then Krista, I was going to say like, Christoria or something like that. Like
and then Christoria.
Yeah, Krista, she's now stuck over in Marley, and I think that Raina is just going to, this is like bad to say, but force her against her will to probably just end up, like marrying him.
And having kids and stuff.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
No consent. All right. No means no.
Yeah.
And then,
that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. Which one is it?
California.
Okay.
Southern California, where everyone is, yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah. But again, just Raina is asked her, like, it's your call. What's it going to be? Is it Krista's future or your own petty existence? Like, dude, not cool, bro. Mm-hmm. Not only does he say that we can't guarantee your safety, but what's your choice? are you gonna, prevent Krista from dying? Or are you just going to worry about your own damn, petty existence?
Yeah.
Are you going to be selfish?
Very much convincing her in one specific. Because it's like, oh, yeah, she won't die. Krista will stay alive.
Yeah.
But she'll have to be my wife.
Yeah, definitely. Look, you're going to survive.
Would rather die.
Look, you'll be alive. Okay, fine. But guess what? I'm marrying Krista. Okay. Look, it's okay. You can maybe visit us once a month.
Yeah.
Fine, but
you can see her sometimes.
We're not gonna allow you to visit. We'll visit you in the dungeon.
Yeah.
We'll visit you. It's okay. Yeah. Oh, Rhina. And then meanwhile, Aaron's just so hung up on, like, he wants to know who's the real enemy, damn it. Who is it?
I know.
Who's the real enemy?
I need to be mad at someone. Who am I supposed to be mad at?
Tell me. Is there really no life outside the walls? Who is it? Ymir,
so
come
lost.
Clean.
Now he doesn't even know, like, who, because he's so lost right now. He doesn't know, like, who his allies are, who the enemy is, because it's like, oh, I thought Ymir was, like, she just saved all these people. Like, oh, wow, crazy. And then it's like right. And then episodes before he had I thought Rhino was my big brother and everything. And now it's like, all these
so much is changing literally by the hour.
Who is that's why he's like, who is the enemy?
Yeah.
Who am I supposed I have so much anger. Who am I supposed to be angry at?
And then you have Ymir just dropping the line.
Yeah.
Just, can you say it one more time, Lex?
The
response she has to Aaron when he keeps asking, who is the real enemy? Tell me.
She
just says,
blows him off, doesn't she?
No, she just says a short response.
The enemy?
No.
Look, if I told you things would get too.
No, that's after that. What's after Aaron says that there's no real future in this world. Why in the monkey? How does he figure into this, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, who is it? And Ymir, she just sighs and then she just stares at Aaron. She just says,
couldn't say.
After all that,
yeah,
couldn't say. You literally are like pretty much you're on the money with all the other things, and now all of a sudden just it's like as soon as Rhino was like, look, here are your options, and then she just has like a second, like she has a change of heart.
Yeah, and she's like maybe I don't know who the enemy is. Maybe it's my ally.
It's like now she's
what if you? I just had this really funny thought when we were first reading through the scene.
Yeah.
When Aaron is like, who is the enemy? Who is the da-da-da? What if Ymir was just like, it's you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's you, Aaron.
Pointing right at Aaron.
It's you. If she had future memories, then yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. And you know what? She wouldn't be wrong.
No.
No, not at all.
It's you, Aaron.
Yeah, it's gonna be you. Yeah, bro, it's you, okay? Boom. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah. And then Ryan's just like, wait, what?
I know.
He is? All right. Cool.
Zeke's like, huh? Who?
But then they realize that the scouts, they're nearby. Spent all this time, waiting and all that.
That they were like, already?
Yeah.
Already here 6 hours later?
Well, it's like Commander Irvin said, just straight and narrow. That is the shortest path. Doesn't matter what we come across. That's where we got to go.
And that just shows like the commitment and like
it just shows how badass scouts are.
Oh yeah, the commitment and the trust, like the loyalty they all have to just be like, even through obviously there were Titans and everything there. They're like, here's this is what you're supposed to do. Keep moving. This is what you're supposed to do. Keep moving. Like just stick to the plan. Do not be an outlier. That's why we have Hannes being like, Mikasa.
Yeah.
You're trickling into other like formations. You're messing up the formation, dude.
Yeah, you're messing up the formation. Okay, look, you're going too far. Something happens to you, we can't save you right away. Okay, look, just chill, relax. All right,
I know.
Everything's gonna be okay.
We're all gonna get to him.
But then, so they're here. They were hauling ass. I'm sure they lost a few bills on the way.
Yeah. Oh, poor Bill.
Poor Bill.
Like, we can't afford to stop. Keep going.
Yeah, keep going. All you hear is
I know. Can't afford to stop. Keep going.
Don't look back. Just go.
I know. Don't even look.
Commander Irvin, I said move.
I know.
And then, they're so surprised. And then Ryan is just like, son of a bitch. And then, but he also looks at Ymir, and guess what? Things don't get better when he sees Ymir literally just like looking at her new hand. Mm-hmm. She's like, huh.
Interesting little thing I have here,
right.
Isn't it?
Cool. And he's like, oh, damn it. Damn you, Ymir.
Yeah.
Right.
So angry.
Yeah.
Suddenly everything's going wrong.
And then we get a nice little kind of reminder here from Aaron at the end saying there's only 1 hour left until sunset. Mm-hmm. All right.
Very short amount of time to rescue someone and fight and like and heal and yeah.
But they're gonna find a way to do it, okay?
Or will they? Find out in the next episode.
The next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Of Attack the
Attack
Talk.
the Talk. Dun, 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 dun. It's like literally like mid like transformation, just and all of a sudden they transform
Will
into their new their new Super Saiyan form, and they're flying, charging at each other, just and just freeze frame.
Yeah.
Boom. Stay tuned for the next episode.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Will
my
they?
gosh.
Yeah.
Great. And the worst is when you wait a whole week and you go ahead and you're excited and you watch it and it's like, bro, why are we back in
And it's
season 2?
Yeah. It's like recap,
No.
or it's like, meanwhile, these other characters are doing this while
Yeah.
that was happening.
Damn it.
I'm like, dang.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That was the
How
worst.
they keep you wanting more.
But yeah. So that's the conclusion of this episode for season 2, episode 9. Is there any more final thoughts we got to get into, Lex?
I think I've
Anything?
thought it out.
Yeah.
I have no thoughts.
No more thoughts. I've all thought it out.
I'm all thought it out. No thoughts.
No capes.
No capes.
Yeah. Again, clarity. Oh, Captain Voggy's chiming in saying, going back to Rhina and Bertolt's expression when seeing Zeke, I'm thinking why they're so surprised because, I don't know what that word is, because Saver never used his Titan in military. Oh, wait, is that the doctor?
Oh.
Yeah, because
yeah.
he never used his Titan in the military aspect. I think that he was a scientist. Yeah, okay, here we go. I should have read the entire question.
Yeah. No,
I think they
didn't
had
read it.
to have known that Zeke was next in line to inherit the Beast Titan. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? That's so interesting.
Because did they know
Did they know that
it was Zeke?
it was Zeke? Were they aware, or did they leave before Zeke inherited that Titan? I don't know.
Timeline-wise, Attack on Titan is still
Hold
just
on.
such an enigma.
I'm gonna think that maybe
You're going to make a spiral again, Boggy.
I'm gonna think that maybe Zeke had the Beast Titan before, because isn't Zeke's 13 years? Isn't it up before the others?
Yeah, because he is...
Because he says he has one more year left.
Yeah.
Remember when we get to like the...
And then like Bertold and Rhina and then...
Bertold's dead.
Well, yeah. But I mean,
But
like...
I think Rhina...
Well, Rhina has what?
Or maybe not. Maybe this is just in terms of... No, because if that was the case, then that means that Rhina would already be done. His time would be done. If we're only talking about 1 year, right? That's left.
Yeah, that's true. They would already be done. That's true.
So
they do know that
maybe Zeke was already doing
was
his
the
thing.
beast already, but have they seen him in his beast form?
Yeah. Yeah, Captain Boggy's saying that he was in line to inherit the Beast Titan when they left. I don't think, but don't quote me on that. Yeah, the thing is, a certain timeline stuff is a little fuzzy, and it isn't until we actually get to like the episodes themselves, when we go ahead and we break them down and stuff,
Where
and we
it's
talk
like
about them, when we're able to get more clarity.
Start to look, and it'll be like a backstory kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay. Like,
But
they all got
the thing is, though, is that Zeke was another child that struggled during training camp, right? And then it isn't until
meets
the scientist,
the
Saver, where he helped, he helped Zeke along that whole kind of like experience and everything and stuff, right? I gotta think that it's that whole thing happened before, because remember, Zeke, he ratted on his parents, right? And that means that Grisha, he literally had to go ahead and deal with that whole thing with witnessing his wife becoming a Titan.
Yeah.
He was at the wall, he got thrown to parody, and then he had to go ahead and create a whole other life again and stuff,
Yeah.
And then
After
who knows
being
how much
told
time
all
had
this
passed and stuff,
information from Kruger.
So a lot of years had passed between, that whole thing, between, I think, before at least Rhina, Bertold, Annie, Marcel, before they were even in the mix, I think, because that whole backstory again, when we see Zeke as a kid, and we know that Zeke wasn't in that same group with, again, Rhina, Bertold, Annie, and Marcel.
Yeah.
So I want to say that
I think
that Zeke was
like logically speaking, Zeke had to have been the
Beast Titan before
they left.
right? Because I don't remember the scientists being a part of Annie, Rhina, Bertold's whole experience. So I think that that was all before. I think that Zeke was already the Beast Titan at that moment. I think that they were aware of that already. And then they got sent to go to the Island of Parody. But don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, I want to say that
but we're all
Zeke's whole thing happened before.
Hypotheticals.
Yeah. Because I don't remember meeting the scientist until Zeke's backstory.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, and then Eddie's saying, yeah, they all got to destroy a nation altogether. Yeah.
Yeah, look at them go.
Yep. Training for a good cause, I guess.
Yes. Battling the bomb.
Go kill all those island devils.
Okay. I'm brainwashed.
Yeah. As soon as they step foot, Marcel gets eaten.
I know. Immediately.
Yeah.
Great. Nice job,
Instant.
guys.
Instant kill.
It's trained so well. Given it was a sneak attack.
Yeah, it was very much a sneak attack that almost caused Rhina to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Captain
Yes.
Bog. This
It
timeline is
definitely
so confusing. I agree too. You know, I guess we're just gonna have to kind of just have a wait and see approach, and then as we continue plugging away with these episodes, we'll get more clarity. That's what makes this whole thing so fun is we get to go ahead and we both get to kind of just in a sort of way like dissect these episodes.
Yeah.
And we
Figure
get to get
things
into
out.
good like
We
in-depth
end up
discussion about them.
spiraling.
You know, and we get to go ahead and kind of learn more about, you know, what's happening and stuff. Even though a lot of times, maybe you get one of your questions answered, but guess what? Then you have more questions. So, but yeah, the timelines are definitely
Questions
confusing.
into other questions and into other questions.
But yeah, so very interesting. But thank you for the question, Captain Boggy. Man, you know what? You guys always come up with some good like insight, good questions and stuff, right? Oh, Eddie I'm guessing there's gonna be a follow-up question with this because Eddie's saying it's not confusing though. So Eddie, please enlighten us. Please tell us what is
'cause I am
what's happening
confused.
here, right? Because we would love to get like a, you know, nice little take a pill of some Claritin
Yeah.
to understand what's happening, right? So
I would like to take some Clear Eyes eye drops, you know.
yeah. While we wait for Eddie's follow up, yeehaw. He's all messed up. Rhina is messed up. How do you think Bertold feels about Rhina doing this whole like, yeah, you know?
Probably the same
Krista.
way that
Well, hold on,
okay.
because I think you're thinking I'm asking him maybe a certain
Okay, a
question, but
different
I'm not going there. I'm thinking in terms of like, he's talking about bringing Krista, you know, and all that. Where Bertold's like, what about Annie?
Oh yeah.
Like, hey, you know that I like Annie,
yeah.
but I'm a shy guy, you know, and
Can you
it's-
like
I
make
just,
a deal where
yeah.
we can like get
But, like,
Annie back?
hold on, you're talking about bringing Krista. Can we bring Annie too?
Yeah.
Because I like her, you know, and if we go save her, I think maybe she might like me back
I
too.
know. Maybe something can happen here.
Okay. Then like, how do you think Bertold's feeling when he's talking about this and he's not even mentioning Annie? He's like, at this point,
that's his ally too. It's not even like a love interest why
Yeah.
you should bring her. It's like ally wise.
at this
and
point, like,
female Titan wise. Like you should.
okay, are they?
her.
They are aware that Annie was only captured, right?
Yeah, they have to be, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, they should be.
Yeah, maybe they are.
I don't know. I don't know anything.
Maybe they
Okay,
aren't.
I'm just along for the ride.
Meanwhile, Eddie is just holding us in suspense here.
I know. Okay,
I'm kidding, my friend. Yeah, he's like, okay, hold on.
Holding on.
Holding on.
But yeah, you know, Bertold, man, you know, he's it's like, dude, come on. Like, you know, Annie, she's still She's still a thing, guys.
Yeah,
You know?
that's still our ally. We kind of need her.
And I think that they totally could, with Zeke, infiltrate Walsina and just destroy the hell out of that place to go ahead and get her back. You know? I think so.
Yeah, they can
And
definitely
then
get her.
capture Ymir, right? And then use Ymir's
Because then
jaw
who
titan
do
to
they
just
have?
open that thing.
Yeah, because then who do we have? Who would be fighting against them other than Aaron?
The almighty military police.
All right, yeah,
We know how strong they are.
They get an Annie easy. They just
Yeah.
Bloop.
You know what
Yoink.
it'd be? You know what it'd have to
Mine.
be? One name. And one name that can only stand against them. Captain Levi.
Yeah,
Yeah. Captain Levi.
Levi for sure.
Which Captain Levi doesn't know what a monkey is either, huh?
No, like what is this big hairy thing?
It was this big hairy thing.
It's
I want to kill it.
Yeah. Whatever it is, I'm chopping it up.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know why I'm thinking like, I know you don't watch One Piece, but like Luffy's like, ooh, what's this big hairy thing? I want to eat it.
Just so intrigued.
Yeah.
Not even like I don't know what it
Let's
is,
kill it and cook it.
but I know what my instincts say.
And then it's like,
Kill it.
Luffy, if you eat that thing, you're going to become a giant.
I know.
You're going to become a giant animal.
Yeah, whatever your. What do you think Luffy's beast?
Not a water type. Because he can't be in the water.
Yeah.
He drowns. Appropriate Luffy response. Kyron, please tell me, what do you think Luffy's Beast Titan form would be? Anybody else who wants to chime in, please tell me, because I don't know what the hell Luffy would be. Luffy is just Luffy. He's so different. Although a monkey wouldn't be out of the question, because I could see Monkey D. Luffy being a monkey.
Spider monkey.
But that's just too on the nose. You know? Monkey D. Luffy turning into a monkey. Like, I don't know. But I'm kind of curious. What the hell? He'd literally be like a bigger Blackbeard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's... That'd be so weird. Just Luffy just being hungry and wanting to eat this giant animal. And he's just like, all right. Ooh, meat! And he goes and he eats it and not realizing that there's a person in there.
I know. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, dude.
Why is there a toe in here?
Be like a meat pie.
Basically, yeah, Blackbeard size, but like a monkey. Yeah, I can see it, but I thought maybe a monkey was a little too on the nose, but I guess it makes sense. All right, Eddie, here, right. So here we go. So Eddie says, so I would say Zeke inherited a Beast Titan in the... Oh, he's bringing years up. Okay.
Dang.
So Zeke inherited his Beast Titan in the year 841, and the others inherited their Titans in the year 845.
Okay.
That same year, the 4 warriors get shipped off to parity. If you remember in season 4, Ryan and Annie still had 4 more years, where Zeke only had 1 left. Okay. All right.
That
Thank you
makes
for
so
bringing that
much
up.
sense.
Okay.
That makes so much. I just needed to see it in writing.
Yeah. A monkey being able to use gear. Yeah. Dude. Nah, that's... Yeah. Gum. Hell no, dude. Fucking crazy ass giant gum gun like Gatling or whatever. Yeah, I'm good. But Eddie, thank you so much for giving us the years and telling us,
Yeah.
you know, like
Years wise, that helps
Yeah.
a lot.
telling us too that you know, reminding us, I should say, that
In
in
season
season 4
4
that Ryan and Annie both had 4 years left compared to Zeke's 1 year. I
Okay.
do remember Zeke had 1 year left because he needed to accomplish that plan, that
Yeah, he was very much
euthanization,
in
right? That
A
plan,
little bit of a rush.
you know, because he thought he had Aaron on board with it, right? Euthanizing all of, you know, from being able to not, you know, have kids anymore.
Yeah.
So I was aware of the 1 year, but okay, thank you again for reminding me about Ryan and Annie having 4 years. Okay. Interesting. Damn. Yeah, and Eddie says that makes even more sense, that horribly done historical films timelines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Eddie, thank you so much for that, for the Claritin. Thank you for the Claritin.
Yeah, thanks for the clarity. Thanks for the clear eyes.
Appreciate that. All
The
right.
Clarity by Zed.
Yeah, guys. Captain Boggy is saying, so did they know that Zeke was the Beast Titan?
So
just
they
played
did
dumb?
know that Zeke was the Beast Titan. They just played dumb.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it was them playing dumb. I think they were genuinely shocked.
They were
that it was
shocked
like,
that Zeke is here.
damn, he's here. We took too long.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
he's here.
That's true. Because, I mean, even Ymir, she is saying that like, well, that's weird. I could have sworn like you guys like
Acted like he was like
some living legend.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Some living legend. Which, yeah. Right on the nose, Ymir.
Yeah.
You
right
definitely
on the
know
nose.
more than you're letting on.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for clearing that up.
So yeah, I agree, Lex. I think that it's not that they were like, whoa, what is this thing? I think it's like, oh shit, Zeke's here.
Yeah.
You know?
Dad's home.
Yeah. And I'm sure too that as kids, if they did know that Zeke became a Beast Titan, again, as children, they probably thought that was terrifying.
Yeah.
Seeing this giant freaking monkey.
Yeah.
Stuff,
Especially with
right?
his face, the like smile that he has,
Yeah.
and he like sees.
And the fact that he's able to talk too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, and then so Captain Bog is saying, so when did Eren inherit his Titan? So we know that at some point when Rhina as the Armored Titan, so Rhina went over and broke the wall. No. Well, yeah, they both did. You know, Rhina and Birdie.
And they got shipped out the parody like pretty. Was it like immediately after?
Yeah, it
they
was
got
like,
there?
all right, guys, you guys are Titans now. Here you go.
I know.
See ya.
So then it was like I think it was just a little bit after.
It was. I want to say it's definitely a little bit after. Maybe it's in the same year, but we know that after the events of the Colossal.
846.
So after the events of the Colossal and the Armored, you know, arriving to Shiganshina, we see that moment when Eren, they're now inside the walls, right? They're kind of like, you know, in that limbo state,
Yeah.
right? With all the other refugees, that he has that dream, and I say it air quotes, right, where that weird moment with his dad, but we realize it's not a dream. That Eren actually experienced that. Eren pretty much was forced to eat his dad. Yeah, and how Grisha was able to go ahead and just like, here, kill me, and while he's dead, somehow still get Eren to be in the same spot.
Yeah,
Don't know.
Somehow.
But yeah.
Addition.
So
But yeah,
after
Eddie's
the
saying, the same day that the walls fell, being year 845. Remember Grisha took him to the
woods. Yep.
Like as soon as they got into Nasina and they got into Walrose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it wasn't too far off from Rhina and Bertold and Annie. And in which we're guessing too, that's also the same time frame where Ymir.
Ymir, yeah. I was just about to say that. Totally the same for Ymir.
Yeah, true. Captain Boggy says, yeah, and then Grisha gave him the basement key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so
the moment. Woke up with the key around his neck and was just like, guess I always had it.
And then that's when Eren got the double whammy.
Yeah.
The attack and the founding Titan. So much power for a little hothead.
I know. This little rager.
Yeah. But I'm guessing Grisha did that because he knew that he was at the end of his life expectancy. I mean, I would imagine that's probably the case, because then why would Grisha just throw all that responsibility on Eren?
Yeah.
Unless that actually no, because it was foretold. Because remember, we find out that right at the doorway there, when Grisha's like, he's having second thoughts about going in there and slaughtering the race family and taking that founding Titan, that here comes future Eren, who literally is like, he's like, just do it, go and kill them all, do it.
Yeah.
Right? And we see Grisha's like, oh my God, whatever. And he tells Zeke, like, you have to stop Eren. And so I think maybe Grisha was just forced to go and give this responsibility to a young Eren for the sake of Eren's timeline that he has now created. Yeah. Oh my gosh. All these damn timelines, man.
Grisha's choice.
Everything, man. It's just a circle, right? But then you have circles like inside the circle, and it's just like ongoing circles, and it just becomes a freaking spiral.
And then it affects other people, and then it affects other things. Then it affects the fish, you know.
This is kind of like what the MCU is doing now with their MCU universe here is that now there's so many loose ends, there's so many directions they can go with. Whereas you had like phase 1, you knew who the main baddie was, you knew where the direction was going. Now you got all these Disney Plus series, you have all of these, you know, different characters that they're bringing into it now. You have the Young Avengers, you know, they're bringing in potential little baddies and stuff, you know, and it's like, I'm like Aaron now, like who's the real enemy?
I know.
Who is it? Tell me. Now I'm guessing we think it's going to be, you know, King the Conqueror.
Yeah.
But still, there's like, you got to bring in, you know, the Fantastic Four, which they kind of hinted at with, you know, spoiler alert if you guys haven't seen, Doctor Strange 2 yet. But, you know, it's, they teased it with freaking John Krasinski. Mm-hmm. But you still have to bring in all the Fantastic Four. You got to bring in the X-Men and stuff. We know that Deadpool is going to go ahead and join in with Wolverine, which is going to be so badass. But there's so many directions they can go with. They're bringing back people from past, you know, movies. Now they're saying that's a different universe. I'm like,
yeah. There's
so many options here. I'm like, how is it all going to blend in together? The AOT is way more organized.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
it's just like theorizing.
Yeah.
I think, but then it's actual tangible stuff with the MCU.
Mm-hmm. Because it's like, even how She-Hulk ended too. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, what is happening?
I know, like now,
what is happening? You know?
Yeah, cool. Like her thing is breaking the fourth wall, which I love. But
yeah, it's great. I can't wait for Deadpool to do that too.
Yeah, but then it's like a whole like, there are the writers and there are the. Like, okay, so like, if she's like ever gets pulled into a main movie, can she just do that to like win? Like, if she was in like the Thanos situation, could she have just been like, hold on, guys.
No.
Let me go talk to the writers.
She's not. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna put that power.
No.
And give that to her. She's not gonna be able to deal with Thanos.
Like, then what?
Yeah, it's true, but
I do really like She-Hulk though.
So the thing is, when they're bringing in all these new characters, I am curious and very interested to see how they're going to play into the big picture. Mm-hmm. Like, is She-Hulk going to be in a future actual film, right? And that whole dynamic and how it's going to work and stuff. What's going to be the next Avengers team, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm hoping for big things from Shang-Chi because I think
Shang-Chi was really good.
Shang-Chi's got some badass abilities with now having the rings and everything stuff too.
Really powerful people in there.
Like, awesome.
But then, like, what's the sister doing right now? Like, what's
she's got her own little organized crime thing going on over there and stuff. But like, the Avengers, it's gonna be cool to see what that team's gonna be.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be involved and all that, right? Because we know that some of the OGs are no longer part of it. But yeah. So stay tuned for our MCU podcast.
Yeah.
But no, yeah. So there's so many just loose ends. The timeline is very confusing too, and all that with AOT and stuff, and especially when you know how certain things play out, you know. So I definitely joined.
Yeah. Thanks for your support.
Yeah. Still waiting on that Hunter x Hunter podcast, Kyron.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Okay, so the Avengers podcast, yes. So I don't want to. Damn, you know, we do spoiler talk stuff, but I do want to say that there is potential for us to have a special guest next week. Yeah. But sorry, but y'all will be waiting. Yeah, we'll be waiting for any of the content for all this MCU stuff. But yeah. But anyway, so we to your Hunter x Hunter thing that we talked about last week, Kyron.
Yeah.
I was able to talk to my friend. Our good friend Zach, and Zach also brought up Hunter x Hunter, and I definitely mentioned that you are on the Hunter x Hunter train, my friend.
Yeah.
And it got Zach very excited. I told him where you're at, kind of in that whole like you're in that Chimera Ant arc, and he got even more excited. And you know, Zach just has like this awesome little energy about him and stuff. You know, he's
very giddy.
Yeah. So I'm not going to guarantee anything, but I'm going to say there is a potential chance that Zach's going to take some time out of his crazy busy life to try to be here. So yeah, but yeah, with all that being said too, actually, like I know, Lex, your life's starting to get pretty busy too.
Yes,
So-
definitely.
So yeah.
I'm approaching my my season for my sport at my university.
Yeah. So
So that's
more
gonna be a
spoiler
lot.
territory for you guys. So there may be
Spoiler.
weeks where it's maybe it's just me. You guys will just be stuck
Yeah.
with me, or maybe it'll
my
be
games
me
are on
and Lex.
weekends, and my first game I think is in Oregon.
Really?
Yeah.
And it starts in like November, right?
It's our practices start. Our
Start
practices
November.
started already.
Okay. So you're already practicing. Games
Yeah.
start when? Like around December time, or
My games start around February.
okay, February. So now it's just about like
but right
just
now
grinding,
it's a lot
practicing.
of and because it's my last season, I'm going to definitely grind.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, I may not be here as often, but I'll still try my best.
Yeah. So there's gonna be weeks where we're gonna do the best we can, but I'm gonna try to do what I can to get Lex to continue showing up, or to get Zach to come back. Wish me luck, guys.
There will be someone here.
but yeah, so stay tuned for that, guys. And yeah, Eddie, I agree. Please come back, Zach. Don't you miss us?
I know.
No, he definitely misses you guys. As when I met up with him for dinner last week, we definitely talked about the podcast, and he definitely misses you guys. He did mention Kyron about you. He loves how you comment on his posts and stuff over on his Instagram and all that, and that's one thing we talked about, how it's so special that we have created this like AOT family.
Yeah, I love that.
And we're so appreciative of you guys, and I hope you guys know that those aren't just words. Like really, like I feel like the bond that we've created with you guys to literally join us in chat as we stream live
We just hang out
every week, like the relationships and the bonds that we've kind of just created, it's truly special. And it's just something that we don't take for granted at all. And you guys have heard us plenty of times how you guys make this experience so much more enjoyable. The fact that we're able to live talk with you guys in chat, you guys are able to go and bring up such interesting insights, interesting questions and stuff, and yeah, it's something that we are so appreciative of. Your guys' support means the world to us. And again, as we've mentioned before too, if there's anything that we can do to kind of help you guys as well and stuff, like we love to go ahead and plug you guys on all of your different talents and stuff, we try to do what we can and all that. But thank you guys so much. Zach definitely misses you guys, and hopefully we get to see him soon. So with all that being said, guys, thank you guys again for joining us in this episode, but I think it's time for us to get to a close. We're all out of final thoughts, as we said. So I'm going to say now, guys, that wraps up another episode of Attack the Talk podcast. This is our season 2 of breakdowns and discussion. Remember, guys, that we stream live. We try to do them every Sundays. Obviously, you guys know that we will do the best we can to update you guys.
Yeah. Definitely
as soon as we can.
Main way of updating is the Instagram story, so go ahead and check us out on Instagram.
Yeah. Damn, Kyron, you're still at work. That's
Kyron.
right. It's midnight.
Hey, at least we're here to keep you company, and
So-
we appreciate you being here to keep us company.
Since it is midnight officially for you, Kyron, I want to say happy Halloween, my friend.
Yeah, if you celebrate Halloween, happy Halloween.
Yeah, and we'll get more on that in a little bit, guys. But yeah, guys, just we'll update you guys. Of course, the best outlet for you guys to get updated is our Instagram. That is at Attack the Talk podcast. Also, there is that link tree on our profile where you guys can go ahead and find the different platforms that we're on. And yeah, and of course we try to upload the episodes as quickly as we can. It's been kind of weird the last couple of weeks because there's been like technical issues and stuff. But we've been trying to do what we can to make sure that the episodes are available for you guys to be able to rewatch, or if you guys are watching for the first time, and you wait for us to upload, you guys can go ahead and watch them. We try to do what we can to make sure they're available on Fridays. It's just like I said, we've been experiencing some technical difficulties.
Yeah. Thank you for bearing with us, guys.
But yeah, guys, so thank you guys again so much for the support. Again, shout out to you, Nate. NatePlaysBad, who helps us with our episodes and edits them and stuff. And he's also been dealing with he's the one who actually has been dealing with like most of the technical difficulties. And he has been, communicating with us to let us know that, he's doing what he can. And so shout out to you, Nate. Thank you so much again for just all the work that you put into this podcast and stuff and all the behind the scenes stuff. And we appreciate you and our friends here that join us. Make sure to support him as well. Watch his Twitch channel, which is at NatePlaysBad. He also has a YouTube channel as well, same name, NatePlaysBad. So thank you again, Nate. And also, I believe you guys can find that name, that link in our episode descriptions. So, yeah, check that out. So, let's go ahead and get into some merch. We talk about it every at the end of every podcast, guys. We have links for you guys to use. One of those links being AnimeCrunch. It'll take you to their online store. You guys can go and look at all the different merch items that they have available, guys. Check that out. Also, there is a code for you guys to use for Fandomion. With that link, where you guys will click that link, it'll take you to their online store where you guys will be able to use a code. You guys know that code. Hopefully, you guys know it by now. And that code is LEX. LEX. It'll give you a percentage of a discount. I believe it's a 15%, right? 15%.
I think it's 10.
Okay, 10%.
It went from it used to be 5, but they gave me 10.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, it's.
Tell them bump it up a little bit.
Or
Tell them bump it up a little bit.
Well, I would be able to make a good case to bump it up if I had more people buying using my code, you know. So let's get on that train, guys.
But you guys have that link for you guys to use. So again, that link's on our link tree, guys, over on our Instagram. It'll take you to the online store, which is Fandomion, where you guys can use that promo code LEX to get a 10% discount off of any item you guys choose. And they have a lot of different items, a lot of stuff that goes even beyond anime. So go ahead and check that out, guys. Yeah, let's talk about some art. But what I want to do is I want to show some art.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have to stand up for this one because I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in on a little something. And I'm gonna start with you, Lex. So one thing that we got, guys, is yeah, Lex, you got a new tattoo. So she got actually 2 of them.
Got 2 new.
So we're doing some art talk here, guys. So yeah. We'll zoom in.
Maybe I should just stand close to it.
That's my Spurs.
Yeah. We'll do this. If it wants to focus. There she is. Should I flex?
You want to explain what it is, Lex?
So the actual girl there is oh yeah, hello. So the actual girl is Tomie from Junji Ito. And she's looking into a mirror, obviously, that's reflecting the back of her head. And for me, it represents like dissociation, depersonalization, because it kind of looks like for me, it feels like you're like looking through the back of your head. And I absolutely love the shading. Super cool, amazing work, completely. Like I just sent in a bunch of reference photos of what I wanted and she put it all together for me. Absolutely love it. Tina from Tip Top Tattoo Shop in downtown Fullerton. If you guys are ever in downtown Fullerton, tell her we sent you.
Yeah.
Definitely. And then I have this one, if you guys can see. Yeah. The word incomparable, which again, I sent her a reference photo of my font, but I also said that I want it to be more like legible. And yeah, she custom did the font. Absolutely love it. Looks great.
Looks great.
But I'm excited for you guys to see AJ's.
Yeah, well, my turn. I'll switch with you.
Yeah.
So you can go ahead and zoom in. As you guys can see my holster. Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, that's what.
But yeah. So here's the first guy. You guys recognize that guy?
It's just hard to do because it has such like a weird angle.
Yeah.
Do that.
So that guy would be Ryuk from Death Note. There we go. Okay, I still have the adhesive on it. But yeah, so that's the one I got there.
So cool.
Again, Tina did that as well. Yeah, Tina, she does amazing work. There's that one. And then Tina also did this one.
Ah, it's so cute. Yeah, that one came out really good. The shading is so good in that one too.
Yeah.
It's so clean.
Yep. So you guys could see that I got a little Eevee right there. And
Our tattoo
right in the ditch. So yeah. So there's some art talk for you guys. We'll make our way back to our seats.
Boggy says nice
tattoos. Chris is nice. And Conrad saying if I don't have tattoos, but if I were to ever get one, it'd be a Jiraiya one. Yes. I say yes.
Yeah, I'm voting.
Do it.
Yes.
Do it. But yeah, we decided to go and get some tats this past weekend. And again, Tina absolutely killed it. She does a great job. So thank you, Tina.
Continue with the art talk.
But yeah, to continue on with some art talk, guys. Also in our link tree, we have a talented artist by the name of Caesar. Excuse me. You have a talented artist by the name of Caesar who has his own Etsy store. He has his own Instagram, and if you click the link over in our link tree, it'll take you to his Etsy store where you guys can look through the art that he has available. And if you guys are interested in the art, you guys can purchase it. Again, super talented. He also has an Instagram where you guys can see the different art that he posts. And yeah, it's all pretty cool, guys. It's cool stuff. He's very talented, and his Instagram is @ArtofCesar. So check that out, guys. Go ahead and follow him as well, so you guys can go ahead and see all the different stuff that he posts, all the new art, and super cool. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pass it down to Lex so that she can go and shout out our friends of the show.
Yeah, we also have our friends of the show. I'm gonna do Eddie first. Actually, let's go ahead and our friend Eddie, who's in here, who helped us. He's as much a part of the podcast as we are. Who clearly knew so much about what we didn't know about the timeline.
Eddie was our fact checker for today.
Yeah,
for sure.
Thank you for that, Eddie. We appreciate you. So we're gonna spread the love and shout you out. Shout out your art.
Yeah.
He's at Art de Juan. It's exactly what it sounds. It's Art de Juan. No spaces. Go ahead and check out his art. He has a couple of pieces up there. You can go ahead and look at. Really, really cool. And then another friend of the show, Marco, who wasn't able to join us tonight, but he's another great friend of the show. He's actually been a guest on here once. And his Instagram is his name, Marco Mamone, except the first O is a 0. So MARC 0 MAMONE. Go ahead and check him out. He has a whole highlights of all his drawings, and he pretty much just posts his drawings pretty much.
Yeah.
So go check it out. Really great artist.
Check him out, guys.
And really great friends of the show too.
Yes. Awesome friends of the show. Go support them, guys. Check them out. Check out their channel or their Instagram pages, right?
Yeah.
I'm so out of loop with social media.
Yeah. Check out their things.
Check out their stuff, guys. They're very talented. And also Eddie has a YouTube channel as well. Check that out, guys. That is his name, Eddie Hinston. And yeah. Shout out to our loyal listeners. You guys are awesome.
Yes.
So, all right, guys. So now in closing, of course, thank you so much for the support. Eddie says Marco's been putting out some great art. Awesome.
Yeah, I
That's
agree.
so great to hear.
So have you, Eddie. So have you. Love this love spreading that's going on.
So just keep spreading the word, guys. Remember, guys, look out for Sputure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. Right, Sputure?
Yes.
That's a word.
Spotify.
Yeah. A and Q's?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys got that, right?
Yeah. You guys, yeah, we've been through this. Yeah.
Sputure, Spotify, A and Q's.
Yeah.
And don't forget the polls.
That's it. Just
yeah, it's polls. Yeah.
Don't forget the lops.
Take 2. But yeah, guys, so of course, on Spotify, we have Q&As that we present to you guys. I know that we've been posting the episodes late, so it's kind of hard because the turnover isn't the greatest because we try to upload on Fridays and then we stream live on Sundays for the next episode. But if you guys happen to go ahead and watch along or listen along on Spotify, remember, guys, that there is a Spotify Q&A. And we would love for you guys to go ahead and chime in on that. We love hearing you guys' feedback, but also we post a poll question on Spotify as well as on our Instagram. We know that Instagram is where we get the feedback.
Most of
it.
Which we appreciate.
Definitely appreciate all that. But also same thing, guys. If you guys happen to follow along over on Spotify, if that is your way where you guys listen or watch us and stuff, don't be afraid to go ahead and vote on the poll. You know, if you guys have a good response, a good answer to the question, we'd love to hear it. Again, guys, your feedback is very much needed and very much appreciated. So, Shout out again to you loyal listeners, guys. Shout out to everybody who listens along. We appreciate all you guys so much. We hope that you guys all have a great week. We hope that you guys are safe tomorrow, because tomorrow is Halloween. And
yes, be safe.
yeah. And Kyron, I know that you said that you're working, so hope you have a great day at work, my friend. And can you believe it's already going to be Halloween?
I know. I was just talking about this at work today. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I already have like my work like planning. It's all like it's Thanksgiving gathering literally next week. I'm like,
Insane.
what?
Because I feel like once Halloween is done, it's like the following week. It's like, okay, there's a transition happening, and then like mid-November, we're already getting like Christmas music.
Yeah. No, we're already getting Christmas stuff now. Like I've already seen Christmas decorations up like at like public facilities and stuff now. It's like, oh.
So it's crazy,
great.
you know? The holiday season, it just happens so fast.
And the next thing before you know it is New Year's. Then it's 2023.
2023. Yeah.
And then it's Valentine's Day, and it's like, what's going on?
It all just blends together. But anyways, guys, as the holiday season is approaching very quickly, we hope that you guys all are safe.
Yes.
We hope that you guys all have a great time celebrating however you guys celebrate. Because it all happens so quickly. So let's not forget to go ahead and enjoy the present, guys, and just be thankful for each and every day that we're given. So I hope you guys know that the Attack to Talk loves you guys. We want you guys, of course, to stay safe. We want you guys to be positive people. We want you guys to spread that love. And, just try to be good people in this world. You know, it's hard at times, but, hey, let's just try to do our part, guys. So thank you guys again so much. You guys know that we hate and we love love. And as I said, we love you guys. So we hope you guys have a great night. Be safe again, as we mentioned, for Halloween. And we'll catch you guys next time. So I'm AJ. I'm signing off. And I'm saying bye, guys. We love you guys. So go ahead, Lex.
Bye, guys. Take care of yourselves. Be safe. And have fun. Bye.
Before we go, Eddie, thank you for telling us. Eddie, real quick, he's saying that I'm dressing up as Elvis. Awesome, bro. That's awesome. I don't know. I'll probably just be Luffy again.
Yeah.
Luffy's just an easy costume. But
you're out of focus. It's shutting us down.
Shutting us down, guys. We gotta go.
Shutting us down.
Sorry. All right, but yeah, guys. Have fun with Halloween. Have fun, Eddie, as Elvis, and we'll catch you guys next week.
Guys.
All right. Bye, guys. Love you guys.
Be safe.